Let me call her. Or else she won't go get it. Line up there. Message that. Ready? So if I want to badmouth it, start to stand on your left. Okay, we're here. We're first game of the season, Coach. Coach Aaron Toll. Tell you what, you're going to be at Indiana Wesleyan. You're here now. What a great place to play.
Well, it's first of all, it's first Friday night in the fall high school football season, week 1. That's pretty awesome. But then when you get to play it in a college football stadium on a college campus with facilities like this, it's a great experience for our kids. Great experience for our fans. Just a great way to kick off the season.
Coach, I got to mention 136 wins, 81 losses. Tell me what number 81 means to the Toll family.
81 means a lot to our family. That's a number that's been passed down a number of times. It was a number I started wearing in the 80s. My younger brother wore it. My oldest son wore it. So it's a very special, very special number. Actually, I wanted number 81 because I was a huge Tim Brown fan growing up. So when he won the Heisman Trophy, I decided that needed to be my number. So that's where it stems from.
Sounds good. Okay, Coach, 20th year. This is number 20. I saw your dad up there, 44 games, or 44 years so far here in the Toll household.
Something we're obviously extremely proud of. It's very cool. It's pretty amazing that there's a school corporation in the state that would be willing to have a Toll as their head coach for 44 straight years. But obviously,
that's a humble way of saying it.
This is home for us, and it was my dad's life, and it's been my life, and it's extremely important to our wives, our kids, and it's just been a way of life for a long time, and it's just a really cool thing.
Coach, you got to mention last week, August 17th, scrimmage. Peru Tigers came to Tipton. They're 3A or 2A. You guys definitely held your own.
I thought we saw a lot of improvement over last year. The scrimmage is one of those things where you really see the things that you're not doing very well, or you see the mistakes that you made very early. And so hopefully those were things that we focused on this week. So hopefully we have, I thought we did some good things last Friday. But hopefully we vastly improved tonight.
I got to mention, Peru started the game out. They called a game. They had 15 plays. They marched it down the field. They went 13 plays, and you guys stalled their offense and made them start over back on the other side of the 50.
And to be honest, that's an extremely tough defense to defend. You don't really game plan a scrimmage. It's a single wing. They were a lot bigger than us. It took us a minute to kind of adapt, but I thought the longer we played, the better and better we got defensively. And, that last series, we kind of challenged our kids. I think they had scored twice and we had scored once as far as varsity was concerned. We had 12 plays with from the 35. So we challenged our kids, say, hey, if you want to win the scrimmage, so to speak, we need to score twice in these 12 plays. And to our kids' credit, they found a way. I know that's a small battle, but when you're coming off a 2-9 season, those are the little things that trying to find an edge a little bit. So I was extremely proud of our kids last week.
Coach, you got new dynamics this year. You got new rosters both sides. Last year, you fell to this team. Get a different result in the forecast tonight, don't we?
I sure hope so. We've got sharp contrast is we got a ton of experience back from last year's team. Last year it was kind of the trifecta. We had an insanely tough schedule. We were extremely young and inexperienced, and then we had injuries also. So when you take all three of those things and put them together, it was a long season. But hopefully our kids learn from it. We got a bunch of those kids back. Hopefully they're hungry, and hopefully we can. The goal this year, the mantra in our locker room is to be the most improved 2A team in the state. So hopefully we take a step towards that tonight.
South Adams graduated their quarterback. They got a sophomore going to step in. He's 6'3", 180. They're wearing number 6. He's going to try to do his best. He throws a lofty pass.
Throws a lot of long balls. I think it would be in our best interest to try to get some pressure on him and make him move in the pocket. I don't think last year's quarterback was a dual threat. He could do it all. He's a 3-year starter. I think this guy's more of a pocket passer. So if we can move him off of his spot, put some pressure on him, put some blue helmets around him, maybe put some pressure on him, maybe we can cause a few turnovers here or there.
This quarterback kind of looks like a Dustin Shear from a sophomore year.
I don't know about that. I hope he's not that good. But so, yeah, interesting new quarterback. So that's a whole different ball game for them.
First, I want to talk about 3 seniors here. Calvin Condit, Dallas Capshaw, Landon Spidell. What do they mean to the Blue Devils?
They're the core of our offense. Dallas is our returning starter at quarterback. Calvin's been a 3-year starter on both offense. I guess a 2-year starter on offense, 3-year starter on defense. And Landon he's been playing for 2.5 years also. So again, bring a ton of experience, a ton of leadership to our team. And I know those guys are going to put it on the line tonight, and they're going to play extremely hard.
Isaiah Mahaney didn't play as a sophomore. He's a junior. He's got the motor.
He's got some wheels. He's going to be – people are going to enjoy watching him play. He's, like you said, he's got a burst and did not take one snap last year. So he's, again, going to be another welcome addition.
High pointer. He's a high pointer. Dakota Garman will catch passes.
Dakota got a lot of experience as a freshman. Threw him in last year. Probably maybe wasn't quite ready, but he got thrown into the war. And so he's got a ton of experience. He's only a sophomore. He's a big target. And like you said, he will go up and get it for us.
Big 2-way starters, 51 Cole Hussey. He's a center. He's also an inside linebacker. And also number 70, Riley Coleman. He's a guard and a nose tackle. These guys do have motors.
Cole's the heart and soul of our defense. He runs the show out there. He's going to play center for us tonight also. So he's in charge of both the offensive and defensive huddle. He's no doubt one of our leaders. He's played for me for a long time. I think Riley's had a great offseason. He's going to be I think he got some experience last year. I think he's going to be much improved this year.
Last thing, Coach, keys to the game.
Keys to the game, don't give up the big play defensively. They like to throw. I think they're going to take a shot at least one a quarter. If they're going to score, we need to make them put 10, 12 play drives together. And I think we need to win the line of scrimmage, get our run game established, and then sprinkle in pass so we can be as balanced as possible.
Coach Arento, we thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
We're going to walk this direction. We're going to try to catch Coach Grant Moser. We'll hope he'll hold up for us. We talked to Coach Aaron Toll first there. I thought that was rightfully so.
Absolutely, yeah. The 20th year, and is looking forward to great improvement this year.
Ought to be. We're going to walk this direction. We'll find Coach Moser. He talked with us last season. We'll see him. He's walking our direction. I tell you what, we're going to have a conversation we did last year. Coach Grant Moser, always nice to see you.
You guys too. You did a great job. Excited to hear your broadcast tonight.
Absolutely. I tell you what, your beard looks nice.
It's too thin. I know. I cut it too thin. I had to keep it too thin for now. We'll be back shortly, though. Back to the playoffs. Playoff beard.
Coach, I got to mention Grant Moser, 72 and 32, working in year number 10. Beside the first year, got him. You forget that one. Beside the first year, you've always had winning seasons.
We've had phenomenal players. We really have. So we've been blessed with South Adams with incredible players and good families, good parents who raise their kids the right way, kids who buy into what we're trying to do. I have an unbelievable coaching staff. Guys who are all South Adams alumni guys that play for this program. They bleed black and gold. And I got our kids just bought in. We have great kids right now. So we're having some growing pains, obviously, with a young group this year. But we're excited. What an awesome opening with Tipton. Coach Toll, good friend of mine, been texting all week. It's exciting to play another premier program like Tipton.
Coach, I got to mention about 6 years ago, you put 3 seasons together, 12 wins, 13 wins, 10 wins. You had a good nucleus.
That was a fun time. Yeah, we ended that with the state championship run where we got we were runner up by 1 point to Covenant Christian, but that was a fun 3 years. That's kind of kept our culture going a little bit from that. Those seniors last year saw those guys at state. They were freshmen that year. These guys saw them as middle school kids, so they've seen what it takes to be successful. So hopefully they kind of know that formula and what it looks like, so they put it together.
Coach, I got to mention this time last year, we were talking about synthetic field turf. It was being installed at South Adams High School.
It's a dream. It really is. So the pipe dream, I've been there 10 years now, and it was a horrible field as far as drainage. So if we ran it all, couldn't practice, couldn't play without being in a mud pit. So the dream was, hey, we're going to have a turf field, and the joke was, no, you're not. We're not spending that much money at South Adams. But now that's happened. It's absolutely incredible. It was a dream come true. So it's been so much fun having that just for mere practice when it rains. So a game changer for us, and a small school, what a blessing to build that turf field.
I saw the picture in Indiana Football Digest of your field, topographical, and I saw it said South Adams in one end zone. It said Starfires in the other one, but on where the guys stand, 25 to 25, it's checkerboarded.
And it's Tennessee Volunteer now. We actually were going to go end zones, but we had soccer lines to that. They couldn't see them in the end zone, so that was the ideal plan was to have the checkerboards in the end zone. But it's pretty cool. It's unique, which I like about it. There's very few in Indiana that have that. Like I said, it's kind of off the Tennessee Volunteers football end zones, but pretty unique to us and pretty neat. It makes it that much cooler to stick out.
Absolutely, Coach. I'm going to mention your press box over there is about like this one.
It's nice too. Yeah, we are so blessed, and not even beyond football. I mean, our Star Dome, where we have basketball is top of the line facility, which a lot of Indiana are. Our baseball and softball fields are top of the line. Our admin has been a great job of putting athletics in the forefront. I always say that it's the Porsche of the school. Like a house, so it's important to have those facilities that are pretty nice, and they've made that emphasis for sure.
I tell you what, you're going to change your schedule just a tiny bit. You're going to let Monroe Central go off your schedule, or you're going to enter Fort Wayne Blackhawk Christian.
That'll be our homecoming this year. They're up and coming. They are definitely better than they were last year already. I know the coach Perdolis, Coach Bennett, his 2 sons are his running back and his quarterback, and they're both very tough kids. But they're going to get better and better. They're a school in Fort Wayne, and they can have a different kind of enrollment, so they're going to be a good team as they get a little more experience under their belt.
Owen Warner, he left the system. He graduated. Pardon me?
How dare him? Yeah.
How dare him? But you got Titus. Is it Lehman or Lehman?
Lehman. Titus Lehman.
Titus Lehman. He's 6'3", 180. He can sling the football.
So he's a basketball name and burn. A great basketball player, incredible basketball player. Wants to play college basketball. Was a great quarterback in 6th grade. Then moved away to a different school, Bloomfield, who doesn't have football. So didn't play football at all from 6th grade to 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. Came back a sophomore year and played for us last year, and he's just made huge strides. Great runner, pretty good arm, and most of all, just a smart kid, very coachable kid. So we're excited for him next 2 years. What he can do for us.
Mom and Dad love your system.
They do, yeah. It's like we always talk about. We try and go quick. We try to spread it out a little bit, and it's fun to play and it's fun to watch.
Got to mention another graduate. How dare him? Colton Bolenbacher. He left the system. Will Patterson. Sophomore, 5'8", 155. He'll carry the football.
Now, they're very similar. You'll see Will's a small guy. They're both wrestlers. They both play strong safety. They're both really quick kids. They find the hole really well. And they're both tough as nails, which I like about it. Even though he's 150, he's super tough. I run the ball hard, and he's super athletic. So we're excited to see how he does as a sophomore. We had him for 3 years, which I'm thrilled about. Wes Somerset's is kind of his partner who's out with a broken leg from June. He started last year for us as a freshman. The next 3 years with those two guys, the backfield's going to be pretty exciting.
A couple more things, Coach, if you don't mind. We're going to talk about Caden Neuschwander. Neuenschwander.
There you go.
I tell you what, 14 letters in his last name. He's a senior. He'll catch the football. He'll play defensive back. But his mom has to be the athletic secretary.
She does. Yes, she is. She is the athletic secretary. She does a great job for us. Super organized, which I love. He has got incredible speed. So we'll try and get him on the outside a little bit. We want some jet sweep with him. But he's got great hands. He's probably our best defensive back right now as well. Return kicks for us, a little bit of everything. One of our senior speedsters, probably the fastest kid on the team. So we love him. We love trying to get him the ball in space.
You're nice to talk to. I want to ask you, what will be the keys to tonight's game?
Man, they are so much improved from last year on film. And I know that's some injury guys that were injured that got back. but they're very fundamental, which Coach Toll is awesome at. He's great with fundamentals, building a program. Obviously, it's been a program for a long time. I know his dad had it. It's been an incredible program for a long time, but they're just a tough team, very fundamental. They have great athletes, and they have a huge line for being 2A school. You get number 65, number 72, huge kids, and we don't have that kind of size. So we're going to find ways to kind of counter that with hopefully some speed and just grit, because they're big and they're fast and they're athletic. So we're excited. Again, hopefully a premier matchup. We think we're a good 1A program. They're a great 2A program. So two great programs. Hopefully going at it tonight.
Sectional 44 works out good.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for all you guys do.
You want to walk this direction? That is Coach Grant Moser. I tell you what, Coach Toll had an answer for everything we said, and Grant Moser just the same.
Sure did. Yeah, you can tell he's starting something here special, in 10 years, and to take him to the state championship game, and like you said, whenever you string together, 10, 12, 13 win seasons. I know last year, was a little disappointing for him with 6-4, but I'll tell you, a lot of schools would love to have a 6-4 and, for that to be an off year, but they've got some guys coming back, obviously lost some big time players, but, they've got 3 returning offensive linemen, which always helps you, get things established. And so they're going to be, a force to be reckoned with tonight, I'm sure. So I know that, like I said, Coach Toll is trying to get, his line in order. They, again, they're a little thin in numbers and small in stature, but play hard and always will. So, looking forward to a good game tonight. Again, beautiful facility here at Wildcat Stadium here at Indiana Wesleyan, and couldn't be a nicer night for football too. Seems to be right around 74 degrees or so, and it's not much of a wind. So yeah, it's going to be a nice night. So a little breeze up here now that we get up out of field level. So I said Coach is glad to have a couple guys back. Nathan Hawkins, who started last year as a freshman, and then had some ankle problems. I don't know if he'll be kicking this evening, but surely be helping out on the both lines of scrimmage. So couple good freshmen that are going to be getting some playing time. I think starting is going to be Jaron Aller, fairly large young man. I had the fortune of coaching him last year in middle school, and tight end, defensive end, and he's a good sized boy. He's about 6'2", 6'3", about 220 pounds, and he'll be starting at tight end, and probably might see a little bit of Quinn Toll, Coach Toll's son, and good quarterback, again, true freshman, and what looks really good for Tipton is this year they've got, I believe, 19 freshmen out for varsity football. So that's, if you can get those kind of numbers every year, that's going to bode well for your future of your program. So I know he's fired up about that. So heading up the stairs now, if I'm seem a little out of breath, we've been up and down stairs here already tonight, AJ. So we're heading up to the press box, and we're going to ride the elevator, but last year it was hit or miss with it, so we decided against that, and walk these stairs anyhow. So hate to be trying to call the game from inside an elevator, right?
Hey, I just got some information from my wife. She monitors the game, but we had a little difficulty today. We had to enter the broadcast airwaves a little differently, and I hope we're not in people's way. So just getting knocked out of the way. We're in the same broadcast booth as the same coach's booth, but they didn't have microphones up here when we were up here earlier, and they did at the other one. So they've given them preferential treatment over there. So we'll try to stay secure here, and we'll talk a little bit about the ball game. But anyway, you catch the ball game the same way at putmeinsports.com. You'll get on the broadcast, but it'll take you to YouTube. YouTube. That's kind of finished up our last season. But you'll be on watching YouTube, but you'll be listening. There will be no video. It'll only be audio on YouTube. But you go to the same service at putmeinsports.com. And we do welcome you, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Indiana Wesleyan University, Marion, Indiana, home of the Wildcats. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School Athletic Association varsity football game. Tonight, week 1, it's the Tipton Blue Devils and the South Adams Starfires. This internet radio coverage is made possible by audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO Robbie Kendall, providing internet radio access for putmeinsports.com since 2008. We thank you for tuning in. Larry's going to mention a little bit about Indiana Wesleyan University.
Sure. Thank you, AJ. Again, a lovely facility here at Wildcat Stadium, synthetic turf. But Indiana Wesleyan University is a private evangelical Christian university headquartered here in Marion, Indiana, affiliated with the Wesleyan Church. It is the largest private university in Indiana with several campuses. Location of the main campus here is Indiana Wesleyan University, 4201 South Washington Street, Marion, Indiana, 46953. Phone number is 765-674-6901. Website is indwes.edu. AJ gave me some information here. Graduation rate of this university is 71%, which has got to be pretty high up there with many universities here. Acceptance rate is 87%. Again, not sure when they started. Do you have any idea, AJ? I know it's been a while here.
Not sure how long it's been, but they have affiliates all across the area. You were telling me that.
Yeah, even some in Ohio I saw. My family's over in Columbus, Ohio. What's left of them, and that is. And I've seen several campuses and buildings over in Ohio, Indiana Wesleyan. So
that's very interesting. Nice folks here to open this up for these two high school teams. These guys probably incredible.
Oh, I tell you what, yeah, for any high school player to be able to play on this type of a field, this kind of a stadium, and just being on a college campus and with some football in the air here, it's great to be here tonight.
You know about the college campus, Ohio State University. You drive there once in a while. Ain't that about a 5-hour trip?
Well, it's only about 3 hours if you drive as fast as I do. So, but my wife ran track over there. I played a year of rugby, which I'm still paying for. But we get over there every now and then and go to some football games. So they ought to have, like they do every year, they've got good players, and just see how they gel as a team. I've seen a lot of teams with great athletes don't play as a team. So we'll see how they do this year.
So what Tipton Blue Devils have drawn the straw. They will be the visiting team. So what, Larry, you want to talk a little bit about the Tipton Blue Devils?
Sure, absolutely, AJ. Tipton Blue Devils located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. Phone number 765-675-7431. They will play in 2A Section 36. Which includes, I should say, Tipton Blue Devils, Alexandria Tigers, Blackford Bruins, Eastbrook Panthers, Eastern Comets, Elwood Panthers, Rochester Zebras, and Wabash Apaches. Principal at Tipton High School is Mr. Craig Leach, Athletic Director Corey Fernung, and Athletic Trainer Mr. Burke Emmert. Tipton plays in the Hoosier Conference. There are 9 teams. This year, a little bit different. They have a big school division with 5 teams and a small school division with 4. In the big school division is Hamilton Heights Huskies, Logansport Berries, which is new to the conference, Twin Lakes Indians, West Lafayette Red Devils, and Western Panthers. On the small school side, Tipton Blue Devils, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights, Rensselaer Central Bombers, and Benton Central Bison. Coach Aaron Toll, again, spent a lot of time with us today. We thank him for that. 20th year at Tipton High School. He's a Tipton High School graduate from 1990, college graduate from Indiana University in 1995. His record, again, going into his 20th season, is 136-81. Their next game next week will be Friday, August 30th, Tipton at Elwood at 7 p.m.
Thank you, Larry. We'll mention South Adams Starfires. They'll be the home team on today's scoreboard. They're Class 1A, Sectional 44. There are 8 in their sectional. We'll mention a first-year coach, Jeremy Bain. He'll coach at Cambridge City, Lincoln, and that'll be the Golden Eagles. Also, there is Hagerstown Tigers, Madison Grant Argyles, Monroe Central, Golden Bears, South Adams Starfires, Tri, they are the Titans, Union City, the Indians, and Westdale, the Warriors. Principal at South Adams High School is Corey Runkle. The athletic director is Jason Arnold. The athletic office assistant is Jen Neuenschwander. Her son will be split in, and he also play defensive back. We'll talk about him during the ball game. We'll mention South Adams High School is located at 1000 Parkway Street, Bern, Indiana, 46711. You can dial them up by telephone at 260-589-3131. We're getting ready for the national anthem, I believe. We'll stop when that begins. StarfireAthletics.com on the web. They wear the colors gold, black, and white. They're wearing black uniforms today. They've got a gold numbering system. And I will mention they are in the Allen County Athletic Conference. There are 7 teams in the Allen County Conference. Tough team to beat, Adams Central. They went to the final game last year, fell to defeat Lutheran. Lutheran last 3 years, terribly strong. And we'll mention Bluffton. Also Heritage, Jay County, South Adams, Southern Wells, and Woodland. We'll mention that's Coach Grant Moser working in year number 10. He'll call the plays. He is the offensive coordinator. He was a lineman when he played. That don't mean a whole lot. And we did mention the South Adams enrollment, 337. And I will also mention defensive coordinator is Scott Steiner. And we'll mention Grant Moser went to high school at South Adams High School, 2006 graduate. Went to college at Ball State, 2010 graduate. Next game on their agenda next Friday night, the 30th, South Adams Starfires will visit Belmont Braves. And we'll mention a little bit about the strength of schedule for both teams. We'll mention South Adams. Class 1A, they play 2 teams. Class 2A, they play 3. Class 3A, they play 4. And I'm Larry's going to let you know the Blue Devils' strength of schedule. I think we're getting ready for that. We're going to have our national anthem. Well done. South Adams, I imagine they travel well. Their band, not quite the same as Tipton, but they're pretty good.
Yeah, that's a nice rendition and kind of stirred my heart there. Their fight song was the same as my high school first fight song, and we were black and gold as well, the Upper Arlington Golden Bears over in Columbus, Ohio. So brought back some memories there.
Wow. I'll tell you what, strength of schedule, Tipton Blue Devils.
Yeah, we're looking at 1A. I'm not sure how to read these, AJ. Number 1, 2A, number 3, and 3A, number 5 is 5 teams, I should say, that they'll be playing in those different divisions of football.
So Blue Devils and the Starfires getting ready to go at it. So we're going to go ahead and mention this. We talked about this. We need to read this, not this, but we'll get this said here for a moment. We'll talk about Michelle Garman. Michelle Garman for comprehensive coverage of Tipton County sports. Check out the Tipton County Tribune. The printed edition is published every Wednesday, but one does not have to wait till Wednesday for sports stories as well as other stories, including breaking content, is available online at TiptonCountyTribune.com. The Tipton County Tribune is now owned by Cherry Road Media. A subscription to the printed edition also includes an online subscription. Online subscriptions are also available. One can also follow Michelle Garman. That's two L's. Michelle Garman, she's on Twitter. They now call that X. So she's on X. You can get her. The @ symbol, Michelle, that's two L's, _ Garman. That's @ symbol, Michelle _ Garman for updates and scores for Tipton County sports teams. Fans also are encouraged to like the Tipton County Tribune page on Facebook. Michelle Garman. She can also be found on Instagram under her name, Michelle Garman. So she works feverishly. I tell you what, I've not seen another female that likes sports as much as her. And that's as true a statement as I can make.
I can't think of one myself. So yeah, she's always around and supporting the team and the school to a great deal. So we appreciate her.
So what, Larry, we'll go through this one time this season. It's laminated, but we'll not use it again. Big school division. You mentioned 5 teams: Hamilton Heights Huskies, Logansport Berries, Twin Lakes Indians, West Lafayette Red Devils, Western Panthers. We'll mention Hamilton Heights Huskies. Their head coach is John Kirshner. He's working in year number 7. Had an 11-1 season a year ago. Rattled off 11 before the loss to Chittard. But they're out of that sectional. Chittard not in their sectional now, but Guerin Catholic is. So we'll mention Logansport Berries. Logansport Berries, they're coached by Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson had a 15-0 season in '97. He was a pioneer then, and he got 9 wins right now at Logansport. 9 years at Logansport, 34 years overall. They're getting ready to have the coin toss. They already know. I think they do. We'll see if they're going to reenact this. Larry will watch that. Twin Lakes Indians. Twin Lakes Indians, they're coached by Kevin O'Shea. Kevin O'Shea, he's working in year number 2 right there at Twin Lakes. 32nd year overall. Western Panthers. Western Panthers coach Blake Conklin. He's working in year number 1 at Western. We'll also mention West Lafayette, the Red Devils, Shane Fry. Shane Fry working in year number 12, 83% winning percentage, 116 wins, just 23 losses. That's Shane Fry at West Lafayette. We'll mention in the small school, that's Benton Central Bison, Central Catholic Knights, Rensselaer Central Bombers, Tipton Blue Devils. And we'll mention Benton Central. Benton Central coach is Andy Standifer, working in year number 4. At Central Catholic, it's Coach Brian May, working in year number 7. His 4th season, he captured a state title. That was 2019. And we'll mention Rensselaer Central Bombers. Their head coach is Chris Meeks. Chris Meeks, working in year number 26, and he is also a graduate right there at Rensselaer Central. And we're also talking about Tipton Blue Devils. Coach Aaron Toll, 136 wins, just 81 losses, working in year number 20. So they had the coin toss. What happened?
I couldn't even see what they did down there. I'm not sure. Looks like we're. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them signaled it again.
So they'll work it out. We'll find out here shortly. At least to this point, we're not going to have an NFL kickoff. That may be in the forecast.
Yeah, I tell you that they're trying everything to keep it exciting, but also keep it safe. And I'm not sure you can do both at the same time, AJ. But they're toying with it this year. We'll see how that works out.
So evidently, South Adams is going to receive. Blue Devils will receive second half. And the clock is just emptied out. Blue Devils taking the field. Blue Devils going to wear the blue pants. They're going to wear the white jersey. They got the royal blue numbers. And they're going to kick off from the left hash. He has the option.
Yeah, it looks like Nathan Hawkins, the sophomore, is going to be kicking off. He started kicking off last year until he had the ankle injury, so it looks like he's back on those duties this year.
So they're talking it over right now, getting ready to kick off. First game of the season. Blue Devils have put in a good preseason practice and sweat. I tell you what, these guys work.
Yeah, I sure do. And they did quite a few of the 7-7s as well, and getting their passing game in order. So we'll see how that all translates to the field this evening.
So Dakota Garmin, 7 yards deep, a little bit soccer style, not much. He's gonna work that right toe, get them toes at the front of that shoe. Getting ready to. Nate Hawkins is gonna do the kick. He's gonna hit the ball. It's gonna be a low elevation. It's gonna bounce at the 16. It's loose. Picked up at the 16. Blue Devils first guy missed, but he held him up, slowed him up. That was Condit. First hit slowed him up, and the guys came in behind him, made the tackle.
Yeah, Cole Hussey down there to clean that up as well. So got him, looks like a little bit inside the 20, about the 18, 19.
So they'll start off right there. They'll spot it near the actual 21. They'll put it in play, the right hash. We're going to see the Starfire's offense. They got a new quarterback from a year ago, Titus Lehman. No, Lehman, I take that back. Titus Lehman, he's 6'3", 180. He's pretty thin. He throws a decent ball. I mentioned he's in the backfield. They do a lot of shotgun. A lot of shotgun, see me in the backfield. They'll line up split left, split right. H-back left side, they'll hand off. They're going to take the handoff. He's going to keep the ball himself. Lehman, and staying back right there. Counter, cut back, reverse. He was there.
Yeah, Calvin Condit, I read that quite well. Came up from his outside linebacker position, made a nice ankle tackle.
So just a couple yards on the game. They're going to go a tempo offense. That means they're not going to huddle much. Haven't yet. They're going to use the kitchen sink order, the left side shotgun. Ball carrier is Lehman. Lehman's going to get just enough for a first down. He'll be tackled out of bounds. They'll spot it at the 31. They just got a first down.
Pushed him out, and looked like Slade Springer had a little bit of his jersey out there fighting to try to keep him inside.
So let's spot it at the 32. They'll go with that tempo offense. Not going to use the huddle as of yet. Shotgun, 5 yards deep. Shotgun snap taken. Pass play, right side, a little bit out in front, a little low. Couldn't make the catch. That was number 2. He's a sophomore, Jax Warner. Jax Warner has got to be the brother of the quarterback from a year ago.
I'm sure that name isn't too many of them around here, but yeah, Calvin Connick went out there and just kind of short hopped it to him. So good coverage on the play.
So they're going to reverse field there. They lined up a little bit incorrect there. Don't think this is by design. Shotgun formation, single man in the backfield. Trips to the right, split out wide left. Shotgun, empty in the backfield. Dropping a throw out of the shotgun. Going to throw one long. Going to try a long pass. Going to be out in front. Defense was there. Defense converged in a hurry. Was that Dallas?
That was nice play by Dallas. He had a good step on him, but Dallas made up some speed and got a hand up there and knocked it down. So had a little too long to throw that ball, about 5 seconds. Blue Devils going to have to work on putting some pressure on him.
Raymond let that go for about 50, 55 yards. He can fling it. Shotgun formation. Dropping the throw again. Screen play. Middle screen going to be knocked down. Blue Devils are there to knock it down. Might have been Henderson.
Yeah, well, that was Cole Hussey bringing some pressure that time. I just talked about Blue Devils needing to get some pressure on him, and Cole blitzed from the inside and made him throw it before he wanted to.
So that's going to force a fourth down. We're going to see the punting unit coming out to punt is going to be number 3. I think it's Uriel Gutierrez. He's a senior, 6 foot, 185, and he's going to line up to punt. He'll go with a 15-yard approach there. Pretty good snap for a high school center. So snap's good. He'll boot it, right-footed punter. Going to go right down the middle, and it's going to be knee down as he makes the catch. Dallas Capshaw just inadvertently put the knee on the surface to make the catch.
Nice secure hands, though. He won't take it from there. So he, like I said, he didn't try to come up and get that one on the run, just made a nice secure catch.
So they'll spot it at the 36-yard line. Blue Devils start this drive at the 36. Starfire started theirs at the 21. Blue Devils winning the possession game in the yardage.
Yeah, so far let's see how they do here on the first offensive possession.
So let's start out in the shotgun. Dallas Capshaw. He wears number 3. He's a senior. Single man in the backfield. Calvin Condit. Going to give a handoff to Condit. He'll go up the gut. He'll go one hole, right side A gap. He'll get out across near the 40-yard line. He's going to pick up 4.
Yeah, that looked like number 7, Manny Juarez on the tackle from his free safety position.
So gain of 4, second down 6. Enter the huddle there. Check the wristband. Dallas Capshaw. Blue Devils are working from the opposite sideline. That's the visiting side of the field. They don't have the grandstand, but they can see it right across the way. So shotgun quarterback again. Dallas Capshaw trips to the right. You're going to pitch it Going to take the pitch right side, keep the ball himself. He'll dive it forward. He'll get a first down. Just enough for a first down. Capshaw out to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Manny Juarez again having to make a tackle from his free safety position. So, Dallas had a nice little fake there and got upfield. First down.
So ball spotted at the 47-yard line. New set of downs for the Blue Devils. They're working methodically. They worked methodically in that scrimmage against Peru.
Yeah, you got to take your time. Everybody know what they're doing. So we'll see what they do here.
They'll line up in a slot right, split left. Ridgeway, left side, going to be a pitch play. You're going to fake the pitch. You'll take a left side. It's Dallas Capshaw. You'll try to give a hokey doke with the footwork, and he'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Might be back to the line of scrimmage. Capshaw going to go out of bounds.
Cornerback Caden Neuenschwander on the tackle there came up from his cornerback position and forced him down.
Neuenschwander. I mentioned 14 letters in their name.
I'm sure I'll mess that up one time more before the night's over.
You and me both. 9:50, clock moving. We're in the first quarter. First drive for the Blue Devils. They stalled the drive at opening kickoff, went to the Starfires, and they made them punt. Blue Devils have the ball at their own 47 from the left hash. Shotgun formation, Dallas Capshaw. You get the handoff, single man in the backfield, Calvin Condon. You get inside the 50, you get across midfield to the Starfires' 46-yard line. It's going to be a good gain of 7.
It looked like number 56 and 55, Nathan Plattner and Dylan Ramirez teaming up on the tackle there.
So they'll spot it. They'll nose it up to the 46 of the Starfires. Starfires South Adams. South Adams trying to knock off Adams Central. That's their goal.
Well, I tell you, every year that's an in-town battle. So I know Coach would like to get one this year.
So the lineup slot left, tight end right, tight end Jaron All, the handoff up the middle. Positive gain, gonna be close to a first down, not quite, about a half a yard shy, and a pretty good ball carrier. Condit trying to move the pile.
55 again, Nathan Plattner and Noah Hunley, defensive end number 58, teamed up on that one.
So fourth down, less than 1. Didn't need a measurement. This field is just like the Blue Devils field. You got perfect lines. It's going to be a quarterback sneak and a first down. Dallas Capshaw had no problem. He had big guys in front of him.
Yeah, I got to tell you, when you have Riley Coleman and I think Jack Roach or Grayson Wither are there pushing, you just get behind them and go for a ride.
So they spotted at the 41. Blue Devils, another set of downs. Blue Devils methodically moving the ball, have not used the passing game as of yet.
Not yet, but I'm sure it's in their back pocket whenever they see the opening. I'm sure Coach Shearer will call something up.
So they bring Huddle in unison to the line of scrimmage. They'll go slot left. And the slot left side is Isaiah Mahaney. You wear number 20. Slot right. 4 receivers. He can be on the backfield. Shotgun snap take and handoff. Calvin Condon. He'll dive it forward. He'll work as a workhorse and get inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
I tell you that he took number 50, Grant Odell, a big guy in there for a ride.
So they spot the ball at the 34-yard line of the Starfires. And they'll respot it. They'll work it from there. It's going to be second down 3. Blue Devils break huddle. So they'll line up. They'll use the huddle, utilize the huddle. Why not? Gives a chance for the guys to take a breather. So shotgun, single man in the backfield. Trips to the right, split out wide left is Spidell. We're going to right side, going to go right to it's Garmin. Left side, he'll get a pass thrown to him, and it may be an overplayed receiver there. Probably got a hand out there. Pretty difficult call to call that interference in a high school game.
Yeah, that was boom. I always say, if you touch it, you can catch it. Dakota was under some heat there, crawling on his back, but just couldn't reel it in.
Dakota Garmin. So getting his feet wet last year, he had a little bit of an ailment. He came back. He's gangbusters this year.
Yeah, I think he had a concussion early in the year and came back from it. But he got a lot of good experience.
Line up in a slot left, tight end right, double tight end, slot formation. Shotgun formation. Hand off up the middle. Going to dive it forward. He's going to get inside. He get a first down and more. Going to take it inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Nice carry, Calvin Condit.
Yeah, I tell you, he always keeps those legs churning. He never stops on that first hit, and Dylan Ramirez had to bring him down, but not after a big gain.
Calvin Condit going to get a break in the action. He jogs over to the sideline. He gets some high fives from the staff.
Oh yeah, I'd be giving him high fives there too. He that was about a 5-yarder turned into a 7 or 8-yarder.
So shotgun formation, Dallas Capshaw. Single man in the backfield. Believed to be Isaiah Mahaney. They'll take the hand off at Slater. So you're going to dive it forward, right side, 5-6 hole to get inside. He'll get it to the 20-yard line. Springer, the ball carrier.
Well, he was bouncing like a top there. He putting some juice on some people and made a little bit more than I thought he'd make off of that. I don't know who got him, but there's a couple of guys on him.
So Blue Devils nose it up to the 20. They have met the red zone. Perfect situation for the Blue Devils. They take a punt from their own 31. 6:15 clock moving. They are on the Starfire's 20. Second down. 6. Good tight bunch. Single man in the backfield. Snap. They'll give it up. Going to keep the ball himself. It's going to be Dallas Capshaw. He'll dive it forward. He'll pick up a couple, but that's all.
That was defensive end Noah Hundley, number 58, 6'3", 230 of him coming down the line and getting Dallas before he could get too much.
Now I'll spot at the 18-yard line. Ball's in the middle of the field. Blue Devils looking to score a major score here, trying to put it in the end zone. Not even going to discuss a field goal at this point of the ball game. Blue Devils moving the football. Shotgun formation, slot left. Garmin is in the slot. Split out wide left. It's Spidell. They're going to hand off, see him in the backfield. He'll go left side. He'll get inside the 10, and Calvin Condit going to pick up a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Well, I tell you, they lined up in their goal line offense there. I think there were 7 guys on the offensive line and just pushed the ball, and Condit made a nice run out of it.
So ball spotted inside the 10. First and goal from the 8-yard line. So calling the play in the huddle. Spidell's going to spread out right side. In the slot right side is going to be Garmin. They'll go tight end left side with Ridgeway. Tight end the other side. I believe it's Jaron Aller. Single man in the backfield. Shotgun snap. He's going to run the ball himself. That's Dallas Capshaw. They go 6 hole. They're trying to get to the goal line. He's going to be stopped just short near the 1.
Again, another double tight end there, and it looks like, I think that was number 2, Jax Weiner on a, who was that? Number 7, Manny Juarez again on the tackle.
I was watching some film. Juarez will be their second quarterback should they need him.
Yeah, he's a not very big guy, 5'10", 160, but he's an heck of an athlete. I remember calling his name last year a few times.
So slot left. They're working it from the 1. Shotgun formation, seeing him in the backfield. He'll take the ball again from a shotgun snap. He's going to lose a couple. That was Dallas Capshaw. He had a block out in front of him, but they shot the gaps and they stopped him for a loss.
That was Grant Odell, who's a all-conference offensive lineman for him, playing defense there. Middle linebacker made a nice play.
3rd down, 3. Ball is spotted, nosed up to the spot where they would run the point after touchdown. That's where it's at right now, center of the field. Shotgun formation, slot left. Got tight end left. He's not covered up. They got 2 receivers left side. They're going to hand off up the middle. Up the gut, going to be a touchdown. Condit made a good cut. I'll tell you what, Condit and can move the football.
I tell you, Dylan Ramirez, 56, had him dead to rights, and Calvin just stuck that foot in the ground and broke it off. A nice run.
So the Blue Devils moved the ball. They went 69 yards. They used some clock. They used most of the first quarter. I should say at least half of it. There's 3:44 left. And we're going to see Ferg. We're going to see Ferg, Dakota's brother, Brogan Ferg. He's a senior. There's a spot. There's the boot. It's going to be wide left. So couldn't get it through. They're working on the timing with the snap, the hold, and the kick.
Yeah, that's all new for Mr. Ferg. You know, he's a soccer player and good swimmer, and so I wanted him to get that through the first one, give him some confidence. But he'll get it through the year.
Say what, we got to mention, Larry, we got several businesses willing to support Blue Devil football. One of them is Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. When you're thinking about residential or corporate relocations, you know a perfect house can soon become a perfect home. And Lisa Stokes Bear would like nothing more than to utilize her 20-plus years of experience to help you begin that process. Yes, real estate reliability is something a professional real estate agent and or a real estate broker strives for, such as Lisa Stokes Bear. Your happiness and her success are two of the same. For the real estate lady with the high real estate IQ, contact Lisa Stokes Bear by cellular phone or by text message 317-513-4086. Again, her number is 317-513-4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. She has supported Tipton Athletics for quite some time.
Yeah, great real estate lady. I happen to know her from my days as a realtor and managing an office in Noblesville, and does a great job.
So Nathan Hawkins getting ready to boot it away. Second time. Nathan Hawkins would sure like to kick off 3, 4, maybe 6 times this game. Here comes the boot. A little higher elevation. He'll take him back to the 7. He'll make the catch. He'll go up to the numbers right side, closest to the grandstand sideline. They'll make the stop. He will not be tackled, but forward progress was halted at about the 27. And then the Starfires will take over second possession for the Starfires.
Second tackle in a row on the kickoff for Oliver Conaway and Cole Hussey, kind of teaming up there once again.
So 27-yard line, they go from the right hash. They're going to huddle up for first down play. Let's see if they use the tempo again. Didn't seem to be very beneficial in their first possession.
No, it didn't at all. But obviously, Tipton's come to play here tonight.
So they'll run a shotgun. Quarterback, he's 6'3". He's 180. He's a junior. 6'3". That is Titus Lehman. He'll take the ball himself and work it left side. He'll get a positive gain. He'll get out beyond the 30 to the 33-yard line. It's going to be second down and about 6.
Dallas Capshaw came up like a rocket there from his safety position to make that play. But I'll tell you what, Brady Henderson, all 160 pounds of him got through there and made the guy change his course a little bit.
It's actually 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap taken again by Lehman. Lehman seems the guy who's going to handle the football about like a Jet Engel. Jet Engel back in Western days, and he also went to Eastbrook. But that was caught pretty much out there in the flats.
Yeah, Slade Springer again, and Brady Henderson coming out from his defensive end position to add some help too. He's a very active guy.
So they're going to get the play from the sideline. Coach Grant Moser signals them in to Coach, I should say, Lehman. Lehman's kind of a coach on the field. He's getting most of the carries thus far in the ball game. Shotgun, single man in the backfield. He'll call for the football. He might change the play. Changing the play, not necessarily. Here comes the snap. Going to drop the throw 3 steps. Working across the middle. Going to be caught. Catch is made. Defense was right there. Going to stop him at the 38-yard line. And a good catch there by number 1, Derek McKeon. Derek McKeon, he is a 5'10", 160-pound junior.
Well played by Landon Spidell, and once again pressure from Brady Henderson. I tell you, there's not much of him, but he's country strong. He's just a farm boy in Balin Hay, and he's a strong young man.
So they'll line up again, slot right, slot left, wide side of the field. Handoff. They'll give the football to the back in the backfield. Not many times thus far in the ball game. They hand out off to Will Patterson. He's a sophomore. He's taken over for the senior that left a year ago. He wears number 21, 5'8", just 155. Sophomore Will Patterson.
It looks like he stumbled a little bit once again. Brady Henderson right on the spot.
Shotgun formation to go motion away with Derek McKeon. And they'll stop the play. Well, officials will blow the whistle. It's going to be illegal procedure. Illegal procedure. Starfires move prior to the snap. So they'll mark it back. And the Starfires are going to give back 5 yards. It's going to be tougher for them.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I think one of the wide receivers kind of reset himself there at a little herky-jerky motion.
A varsity game, they'll see a lot of things going on that they wouldn't see in a JV or middle school game or wouldn't call them, but they'll call these. Going to go out of the backfield. It's going to be a flat pass. Nope, he's going to go down the middle. He's trying to unload. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Jack Roach moves him off his spot. It's going to be inside the 30 to the 29. It's going to be a sack. I tell you what, that was probably a coverage sack.
Yeah, and Cole Hussey and again Henderson in there just doing a good job of keeping after the quarterback.
So they'll back him up even further. It's going to be third down. They're calling it third down, and I'd say at 18 yards for a first, 3rd and 18. Shotgun formation for the Starfires. Slot right, slot left. Ball's in the middle of the field. Taking a snap, going to drop 3 steps. Looking right, you're going to send the give and go. You go to the chair pattern down the sideline, couldn't bring it in. He was open. Defense was there. He turned around to make the catch. Couldn't make the catch. That was Caden Neuenschwander. And he's gonna remember that trying to go to sleep tonight.
Yeah, he kind of underthrew it, so it looked like he was fielding a punt, and Oliver Conaway was beating the path to him, and I think he just kind of maybe looked up a little bit to think about catching that ball and not getting hit at the same time.
Some of these guys want to wear gloves. Those gloves get sweaty, or a rain game, they get wet. They're not very good to wear. But skin, as you've been given from birth, they're punted out of there. Second punt. Sky high, going to be called for the fair catch. It's going to be a muff. Blue Devils ball's loose. It's going to be landed on right there at the 50-yard line. Try to come in and make the catch. That was going to be a difficult catch from the punt.
Yeah, that's just a young man, opening night, wanting to make something happen, and you just got to call fire, and get away from that one.
So ball spotted at midfield. Starfires recover a fumble. They'll get a new set of downs. Ball's in the middle of the field, and that's right smack dab on the logo. Wildcat logo here at Indiana Wesleyan. They have a tremendous place to be. Shotgun formation, 2 in the backfield. Shotgun snap taken. They're going to run a fake up the middle. They can pitch it right side. They work it to Patterson, and it's just stopped right there by, I think, Condon.
Yeah, wonderful play by Calvin out there. And Cole Hussey also got a little piece of the quarterback's leg, I think, knocked him off balance quite a bit.
So they'll work it again, tempo. No huddle. Second down. The handoff, work it back to the left side, give it back to Patterson. He tries to break contain, couldn't quite get. He did maybe break contain for a couple of yards. But counter cut back reverse. Blue Devils are right there.
Yeah, that's Isaiah Mahaney. It's good to see him back. He's just a game changer and a solid football player all the way around.
They're going to spot it back at the 50. So he didn't break it, and that's going to empty the first quarter. First quarter empties out, Larry. Both teams, first game of the season. I don't know if they have jitters, but they're ready to play.
I'll tell you what, Blue Devils could not have scripted a better start to this game. A couple in a punt and then get the ball and drive it down the field, take all the time off of the clock. But and again, they made an error on the punt, but those are errors of effort. And you like to see that. Guys trying to make a play, and I'm sure he'd like to have it back. But hey, you gotta see the young man and say, hey, that's you're trying to make a play. We appreciate that, but think about it a little bit more before you do it next time. So.
That's happened before. He's not reinventing a wheel.
No, it's happened to a lot of guys. And like I said, I'd rather have an error of effort than an error of omission there. And he was trying to make something happen.
And we'll mention, Larry, also bringing this contest to the listening ears is Joe Dean. Joe Dean, that's Dean's Auto Parts, CarQuest Auto Parts, located at 1110 South Peru Street, Cicero, Indiana, 46034. They're at the south edge of Cicero at Cicero Town Plaza. They are team members at CarQuest Auto Parts in Cicero, and they are there to ensure that you get the right parts the first time. You can reach them by phone at 317-984-4931. Again, that's 317-984-4931. They are a locally owned automotive parts store that works to serve as Dean's Auto Parts, CarQuest Auto Parts in Cicero. So the Blue Devils going to come out from their sideline right there. They're going to line up on the other side of the ball as they'll switch sides of the field. They invert the field. They spot at the left hash. Ball's nosed up at the 50-yard line. Third down 10 for the Starfires. Shotgun formation. Ball's in play. Clock will start on the snap. Shotgun team in the backfield. Slot left, slot right, dropping a throw. Going to let one go right side. Ball's in the air, going but double team. Difficult pass to make. They talk about a window. I'm not sure there was a window there. Blue Devils playing good D.
Yeah, I've brought the Cole Hussey up the middle again, made him throw it before he wanted to. I see true freshman Joe Vaughtal out there. Joey's he's just a tough kid as well, just a strong kid, and had the pleasure of having him last year on our 8th grade team, and he makes a lot of plays like that with hustle.
defensive backfield. That was good play by Oliver Conaway and Landon Spidell. They'll line up in a shotgun. They're actually going to punt. Deep man. He's going to line up about 12 yards deep this time. They'll boot it. It'll be sky high to get a bit of a spiral. No fair catch called for. He'll catch it at the 15. He'll shrug off a couple of would-be tacklers. He'll get out to the 35-yard line. And Isaiah Mahaney. Say what Isaiah Mahaney missed him from a year ago, but he's back.
That's what he can do. And I'll tell you what, you get that young man a ball in space and he'll make stuff happen. And he's a highlight film.
One of the Starfires was down on the surface right there. I think he sprained his ankle a little bit. You got to admit, Dallas Capshaw was right there, ran down to check on him. It's all about sportsmanship in the IHSAA. They smile.
Yeah, it is. And I tell you what, Coach Toll, teaches them to play the right way, and they respect their opponents. And so I'd love to see that kind of thing.
Ball's at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Blue Devils take over. 6-0 contest. Blue Devils in front. We're in the second quarter. 11:43 left in the second. Shotgun formation, Dallas Capshaw. He'll hand off, single man in the backfield. Calvin Condit. He'll get outside the 40. They'll spot him up near the 42-yard line. He'll pick up 7.
I tell you, you don't say the offensive linemen's names too much, but Cole Hussey and Riley Coleman did a heck of a job there, opening up a hole. So a good job by those two.
So what Calvin Condit with his quickness, that hole, it closes up soon.
Yeah, it did, but he hit it and made a nice gain out of it.
So 2nd down. We'll call it 3. So it's near 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. Shotgun formation. Dallas Capshaw, slot left. Tight end right is Ridgeway. Single man in the backfield, Calvin Condit. Going to give it to Condit up again. He'll go up the gut. He's loose. Cross the 50. He's inside the 40, inside the 30. Trying to fight him off behind him. He'll get it inside the 20. Calvin Condit, a good gain inside the red zone for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that was number 28. I don't see him on the there he is. Will Patterson on the coming in at I think at safety from his plays running back on offense.
He might be subbed in. We got first string starters from Coach Moser. That's very thankful. We don't always get that.
Yeah, well, he's a sophomore, and like I said, he's probably helping up on both sides of the ball.
So the Blue Devils, ball's at this 20-yard line. They're working right there, red zone. Slot shotgun snap. He's going to keep it himself. Fakes it to Condit. Flag comes in. It's going to be thrown in the vicinity of a holding penalty. Middle of the line. Dallas Capshaw picks up 1, but it's going to be nullified. And they throw that flag. They throw it low trajectory. You remember the NFL, one of the officials threw a flag. It hit a guy in the eye, and it wasn't good.
Just about blinded him, as I remember. But and that was somebody on the inside there getting a little bit too much jersey. And, we teach them if you get it there in the numbers, it's all right. You get outside, they're going to call you on you every time. So
that was a nice toss of the flag right there. That was perfectly thrown. Flag sitting there at the 21-yard line. They're going to take the ball back to the 30. And they'll mark it at the 30-yard line. Blue Devils will have the down over.
Yeah, we'll see if they put this ball in the air now. They've been doing the ground game, but, they got some to pick up here, so we'll see what happens.
So Blue Devils going to line up slot left. Tight end right is Ridgeway. Tight end left is Jaron Aller. Shotgun formation, single man in the backfield is Condit. He'll get the handoff. He'll go up the gut. He'll go right side of the center. That's the 2-hole. He'll get a positive gain. He'll get to the 27, but it's going to be a 2nd down, and they're going to need about 15.
About 4 Starfires in there. Can't see who made the original hit, but a lot of them. But I'm sure Calvin saw something to the right. When you're up this high, you saw a big opening to the left. But I'm sure he was going where he wanted to go.
So Blue Devils are huddled up. Ball's at the 27-yard line, right hash. We're trying to go in for score number 2 here in the first half. It's a 6-0 advantage. Blue Devils in front. Slot left. Double tight end. Single man in the backfield is Calvin Condit. Shotgun formation, Dallas Capshaw. He'll call the cadence. He'll get the snap. He'll look left. He's got an opening. A little bit out in front, looking for Garmin. A little bit out in front. He throws a good ball. You got to admit, Dallas Capshaw, from taking the reins a year ago, he's really improved his game.
Yeah, it was a nice ball, just a little bit outside Dakota's range there.
So they'll respot at 27-yard line. Clock stopped at 9:32. 6-0 contest. We're at Indiana Wesleyan. Larry, you tell me that Ohio State, pretty nice facility, and you're familiar with that.
Yeah, I've been there a few times, but my wife had the opportunity to run the state championships in high school in that stadium and won the 200 meters in Ohio. So she's proud of that.
I bet so. Shotgun. You're going to fake it to Condit. Dropping the throw, going to be a screenplay. Condit picks it up. He's got room to run. You're going to get blocking in front of him. He's inside the 10. He'll stay on his feet. He'll get to the 6. He'll pretty stay on his feet at the 10. Keep his balance. He'll get to about the 6. And the Blue Devils have a first and goal.
Yeah, that was a quality play call by Coach Shear. You know, they were coming for him, knowing they were going to pass, and dropped it off to Calvin, and Calvin did a nice job of running that ball.
So Blue Devils huddled up. Clock moving, 9:16, second quarter. Blue Devils looking for score number 2. They might go for 2. Try to even it back up in a 14-0 advantage. We'll see what happens. Slot right. Double tight end. Jaron. Aller left side. You give the block. Handoff. Condit inside the 5. He'll move the pile. He'll get near the 4. They'll spot him just outside the 4. And it's going to be second down, goal from the 4-yard line for the Blue Devils.
That was big number 75, Zach Simmons, for the Starfires, a big 6'3", 285, and that's hard to push that guy off the ball.
So ball's inside the 5, near the 4. Ball's in the middle of the field, right in front of the goalposts. Blue Devils break huddle in unison. They'll spread out. Tight end right, Ridgeway. They'll line up back left side, Clouser. Clouser split in left side, and the slot left side. Single man in the backfield. Shotgun snap, Dallas Capshaw. He'll run the ball. He'll go left side. They're going to cut on him. Linebacker, outside linebacker makes the play. Going to be a little bit of a loss, not much.
That was a nice play by Dylan Ramirez coming out of his middle linebacker position and run that one down.
So they'll spot it back. They'll go take it back to the 9-yard line. 9-yard line, and 9-yard line is third down goal. Going to get the play from the sideline. Coach Shear calling the play. They work in unison. Coach Shear, Coach Toll, Coach Stoker. I tell you what, Coach Stoker and Coach Josh Frawley, they team up. This is a team sport. Doesn't matter if you're a coach or a player. You're going to line up at the line of scrimmage. They're going to call timeout. Blue Devils going to call their first timeout of the first half. They have 2 remaining, and I hope they don't need them, but they've got them.
Yeah, well, again, couldn't have scripted this much better for Blue Devils so far, and if they can put one in the end zone right now, it'll be a nice first half of football.
So I tell you what, the weather is almost perfect. The weather this week kind of made us a little bit, I guess, jealous for what we're going to end up getting next week in the low 90s. They did say Tuesday was going to be 96. They backed that up to 93.
Well, we got a game on Wednesday next week, so I hope that we get a little relief from that heat.
Now, you're talking about the middle school. I got to mention, Larry Murdoch has become the head coach for Tipton Middle School. You've got your arms and legs full, and we're fortunate to have you up here on Friday night.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I wasn't my plan. Coach Kyle Degler was a great friend of mine, passed away this summer, and they brought me back, and glad to be here. A lot of family that I didn't know I had here. So we're excited to be back and the program and looking up. We got, again, don't have big numbers. Got, I think, 15 guys in the 8th grade and 17 on the 7th grade, and a lot of new guys learning the game. And that's what it's all about. You know, we want to get them ready to come up here to the next level and hopefully win some football games while we're at it. But, our main goal is to help them become young men and better people and more self-reliant guys. And, we're happy to have 18, I believe, freshmen up here this year. And hopefully we can keep doing that.
Absolutely. I said, well, you guys do a tremendous job. I've seen you out on the practice fields. Going to line up in a shotgun. Blue Devils. Third down, goal. Ball's at the 9. They give the handoff to Condon. He's loose. He's inside the 5 again. And they're going to get in the end zone, and Calvin Condon has put it in the end zone twice so far.
I'll tell you what, he runs hard, and I would hate to tackle him. He runs about 2 feet off the ground, and you better get low on him or he's going to drive you into the end zone like he did that time.
So what, Larry, you see these ball players with their equipment off, maybe even their T-shirt off, and you say, my goodness, we didn't look like that when we were playing.
Like I said, Calvin's not a big guy, but he's solid as a rock and runs with everything he's got, and that's what you want in that tailback.
Our lineup, they're going to spot it. They're going to have Quinn Toll going to be the holder. You're going to call for the snap. He comes snap. They're going to fake it. They're going to right side. They're going to try to get the score to 14. It's going to be a pass play caught. And right there was Ridgeway. I think, no, it's Garmin.
No, that was Jaron Aller. I saw a lot of that combo last year. Quinn Toll to Jaron Aller, and both of those are going to be great football players for this team going into the future. So counting on seeing them a lot.
I tell you what, I look at a little bit of Facebook. I saw Jaron Aller. I pushed a button to be his friend, and I saw this guy named Aller on the tennis court. Tell us about the tennis Aller.
Yeah, that's his older brother, Peyton Aller. Is a heck of a basketball player too, by the way. I think he just took up tennis last year and is pretty darn good at it. So, both those Aller boys are, Jaron, probably his best sport is baseball of all things. And they're good family, good people, and two good ball players.
We talked earlier about his grandma and grandpa. They got here at 5 o'clock. They were looking for a place to park, and they were here at 5 o'clock. They love their Aller family.
Oh, I tell you what, they support their young men and their grandsons, I should say, with all they got. So it's always good to see them there.
Absolutely. So the Blue Devils are huddled up. They're getting ready to kick off. And it's going to be a third kickoff right there for Nathan Hawkins. Blue Devils kicked off to start the ball game. And the Starfires have not kicked off yet. They'll kick off second half. We'll see what happens in the next 7:21 left here in the second quarter. So he's going to kick off from the left hash this time. He kicked off left hash his previous 2 times. Right-footed kicker from the left hash seems kind of weird. I got to mention Dustin Shears' middle brother, Chad, was a left-footed kicker, and he kicked off from the opposite square right there also. But he had control of the ball. So they're waiting for the whistle. There it is. 7-yard approach. Here comes the boot. End under end. Going to take the ball at the 11. On the return, they'll go up the middle. Blue Devils right there to fight him off. They'll stop him at about the 32-yard line. Gets a pretty good return on the right there. And we'll think that's 28. I'm not sure. Yes, 28, the ball carriers. Will Patterson brought it out. Got a good return.
That was Slade Springer on the stop there, number 22 for the Blue Devils.
So they'll spot it at the 33-yard line. They'll move it closer to the middle of the field. They'll get the Starfires football out there. They get to use their own football, provided it meets the weight requirement, because the officials will measure the weight of the 3 or 4 footballs that they intend to use. And you better make sure they're the right weight.
Yeah, unless you're Tom Brady and sneak one in, So we'll never forget that one. We'll never let him off that.
Are we going to see Tom Brady on Monday nights now?
When he's with Peyton and Eli, that's some of the most hilarious comedians you'll see doing a football game.
They haven't ruled him out coming back. I heard that. Going to hand off. Go left side. Big man going to get out to the 35. They get the ball to 23. Ball carrier right there is Ethan Schwartz. He's a senior, 5'11", 195. I saw him in some scrimmage video. He's a big young man. First time they've gone to him.
Looks like Slade Springer got a little piece of him, and then Dallas Capshaw and Mahaney cleaned him up.
2 in the backfield. Shotgun snap picked up by Lehman. Hand off. They'll go right side. Blue Devils are in the backfield. Going to tackle him for a loss.
Well, Mr. Condon looking good on both sides of the ball tonight.
So they'll spot the ball. I think at the 32. It's going to be a loss of maybe 1. It's going to be third, actually, loss of 3 after a 2nd and 8 play. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Starfires. They'll line up in a shotgun. Single man in the backfield. Titus Lehman, junior quarterback, 6'3", 180. He'll drop the throw. Looking to go left. He's going to roll out and try to get some yards on the ground. He'll go right side. He'll dive across the 35 near the 36. But they may send out their punting unit, and they're going to send him back out.
Once again, Brady Henderson slowed him up, and Calvin Condit took care of business there and brought him down.
So 36-yard line. Clock moving, 5:47 left here in the second quarter. They're going to line up deep man for the Blue Devils. It's going to be number 20, Isaiah Mahaney. Isaiah Mahaney wears number 20. Pretty strong young man, member of the junior class. Shot gets going to line up deep, 12 yards deep, punter. Going to be off the surface, available to be hit. He gets the punt away, spiral. And Mahaney, they're going to be attached. They're going to throw a flag. They'll throw early contact flag on the possibility of making the catch. But Mahaney's got to call a fair catch on that. And he's got to make himself stay in the ball game.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, again, that thinks he can take it every time, but he's got to be a little bit wiser on that one and feel that guy coming in. But, that was a little interference with the punt return man right there.
They're having a little get-together, the officials. And they're just talking about the particulars. They know what the call is, that it's going to be illegal contact by the Starfires. So they'll mark off, I'm thinking, 10, but they were probably talking about if that was going to be a major infraction.
Yeah, he just caught his arm a little bit. It, didn't wipe him out or anything, so I think that would have been a 15-yard version, but we'll see what they march off here.
I'll start at the 32. They'll work pretty quickly. They'll go 15 yards. They're going 15. They didn't mention their motion that it was a personal foul, but we found out that it is.
Yep, that definitely must have determined he got a little bit more of him than it looked like up here.
So Blue Devils get it out to the 47. They got 5:21 to work with. Blue Devils have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They'll line up trips to the left. Split wide right is Garmin. Single man in the backfield. Shotgun, Dallas Capshaw. Capshaw going to line up 5 yards deep. About 2 yards behind him to the right. Behind the tackle is Condit. They'll pass it left side, get a bubble screen. He'll get a void. There's going to be a flag thrown. He'll be pushed out of bounds. And I think that was Emberton. Was that Emberton, number 10? And that's going to go for nothing.
Yeah, it looked like he got him with his head on the wrong side there.
So flag on the play. They'll talk it over. Umpire gets the lowdown from the line judge. And he's going to let the press box know that it's illegal hands. It's actually a holding in essence. Blue Devils will mark it off. They'll go backwards 10 yards. From the 48, they'll go back to the 38-yard line, have first down over.
Yeah, we'll see what they dial up here. What do we got? A first down in about 20 some? Yeah, we don't know what. There's no good play for that, is there, AJ?
Playbook is big, but I tell you what, the playbook is bigger when you line up under center. But you line up in a shotgun, your playbook, maybe not about half as much.
Yeah. I think they'll just try to get some of this back and then, get it manageable for third.
Slot left, slot right from the left hash. Blue Devils at their own 38. First down, they need about 18. Here comes motion near side. You're going to get the flag here. They're taking off a little bit early, and about early movement there for the Blue Devils. They're kind of shooting themselves in the foot here a little bit.
They're going the wrong way fast right here.
So they'll back it up 5 more. 23, I'm guessing it's going to be first and 23. But if they can get half of that, they got plenty of time with these downs.
And I can see what they were trying to do there. Bring Zay Mahaney in the in motion there and hand it to him, and hopefully he could break a big one. So they won't leave that one. They'll come back to that one, I'm sure, sometime today.
So spotted at the 33-yard line, left hash. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Trips to the right. Tight end left. He'll line up in the shotgun. See him in the backfield, Condit. Calling for the cadence. He'll take the snap. He'll back up 3. He'll look right. He'll go over the middle. Pass is low, but maybe he caught. That was Ridgway. Ridgway, he's listed at 6'5". Ridgway's listed at 6'5". I'd say closer to 6'7". He bent down there and brought that off the surface.
Yeah, he's a good ball player. He's really developed here over the last couple years. He was kind of a tall, scrawny kid, but he's been hitting the weight room and turned into a pretty good football player.
That pass play went across the 50. It's inside the 50. It's on the Starfires side of the 50, and they got 18 yards on that play. It's second down 5. Blue Devils, clock moving, 4:40 left, second quarter. They'll line up in 3 receivers left side. They're gonna have to use the timeout right here. We'll see. Play clock got to 1, and timeout Blue Devils. They had 2. They'll use one of those now, and they'll talk it over.
Yeah, I saw a flag, but I think we did get that called before the time expired. So we'll have to see what they did.
So the play clock, I looked over at it was at 1. Whistles were blowing. So sometimes they'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, it looks like he picked up that flag, so that was a good call.
So they'll talk it over. Blue Devils, Starfires. You know these guys had this game scheduled on their calendar for at least since last year's game. And the Starfires did get the win last year, 20-3. But I tell you what, Blue Devils are back.
Yeah, they're they're clicking along pretty good here, both on offense and defense, and see if they can keep that going for them. Put another one in the end zone, be a nice way to go in the half.
The way you go in the half, you get a chalk talk from the coaches. And we've talked about this last year, Larry. You go down, you go in the locker room, and you're down maybe a score. You get a good chalk talk from the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator, and it builds you back up. You find out you're up by a touchdown.
Well, like I said, I'm sure they'll have some things they want to address. They always do, but like I said, can't complain too much about the results so far.
So they're ready to go. They're going to line it up. Here comes the whistle. Ball's at the 48-yard line of Starfire territory, South Adams. Shotgun format location. They're going to drop and hand off up the gut. Calvin Condit. He's inside the 45. He'll work it down to near the 42. And they're gonna say a first down. They're not gonna need to measure. They'll stop the clock and move the chains, but they'll start them up here right now.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know what Calvin Condit's yards after contact, that old yak number was last year, but he gets a bunch after that first hit.
So ball spotted near the 42, middle of the field, working right towards the goalpost there. Shotgun formation. Dallas Capshaw checks his equipment. He's snapped up. Shotgun formation. Capshaw calling the cadence. Looking to throw. Going to drop 3. Going to go across the middle. He's open. A little bit overthrown. He was open. That was Ridgeway. I tell you what, that was a good sling shot. That looked like a Brett Favre, but just out in front of him.
Yeah, they were bringing everybody there too. So he got it off just a little bit too much, kind of sidearmed it a little bit, but almost got it. Ridgeway was pretty wide open there.
That was just a couple yards out in front of his hands. It was close.
Yeah, very much so. And like I said, yeah, I'm sure he'd like to have that one back. Not a bad ball, but just a little bit too much.
Not like a skinny post. Run the cadence to run this tree right there. To line up. Second down, 10. Shotgun. Motion away, Mahaney. He'll get the handoff on the jet sweep. He'll go left side, try to break contain. He'll leave his feet, try to get some more yardage, but that's not a good idea to leave your feet.
No, he didn't have much there, and trying to get everybody good, but yeah, that's not the way to get it. So
they'll lose one. Third down, 11. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. It's nosed up to the 43 from the left hash. South Adams territory. Clock moving, 3:23. Blue Devils in the huddle. Looking for the play. I tell you what, we saw Peru last week. They accepted the play in a weird type of fashion. They lined up vertically, their linemen, and coach signaled in the play. I don't know if that was just for the scrimmage or if that's the way they're going to do it.
I don't know. Yeah, that was the strangest thing I've ever seen. They had a huddle that took up almost 10 yards.
They didn't huddle, but they all accepted the signals. Coach gave the signals. That was very interesting.
I'd never seen that before in my life, how that was set up.
Probably never see it again. Maybe next year when we scrimmage Peru.
Or maybe not.
I think that coach is going to stay. Peru had a good season last year.
Absolutely, yeah. They had an undefeated season, I think, until how far did they go? I'm not sure, but they had a good group last night.
They shocked some worlds in that postseason.
Yeah, absolutely.
So timeout on the field. Blue Devils talking it over. Working at the 50-yard line number on the synthetic field turf. Coach Grant Moser walks away from the huddle. He's on the sideline. But, yeah, I saw the picture in Indiana Football Digest. In South Adams' new turf field that they just put in last year, they got a checkerboard for all where these guys stand. Red, white, red, white, red, white. I'm guessing they're 6 foot square. I've seen a couple of checkerboard end zones 3 times, I think, at Hamilton Heights. They were neat looking.
You used to paint that up pretty nice there with the orange and the white back in the day.
It's got to be a yard off the throw. Connor's going to let one go. It's going to be open. It's going to be a touchdown. Look at that. Landon Spidell was wide open. They pitched it right side, and Condit, nobody knew he was going to pass, even us. But Landon Spidell knew.
Well, there wasn't anybody within 20 yards. I mean, when you draw it up, that's what you hope happens with the defensive backs biting on that sweep. So just like they drew it up, and just the result you want.
The worst thing is they got that on film now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use that sparingly.
So they'll line up for the point after. It's gonna be Clouser. Clouser gonna be the holder. Here comes a whistle. Here comes a snap. Cole Hussey gets a snap, gets a spot down. The boot is straight through the uprights. So point after is good. Makes it an even 21-0. Blue Devils with a good first half.
Well, I tell you, that's what this team needed, is to come out hot, and so we'll see what they do in the second half. But I'm sure, like I said, Coach couldn't have drawn it up better than this right now as far as how to start this season out.
So 2:56 on the game clock. 21-0. Blue Devils going to kick off, I believe, for their fourth time. But I'm going to tell you what, they're working at it. Both teams are working at it. And you look at numbers out there. You look at South Adams. South Adams, their numbers are easy for us to read.
I don't hardly need my binoculars tonight with that almost traffic yellow against those black jerseys, and same with Tipton with the nice blue and on the white. So making it easy on me tonight.
Blue jerseys for Tipton. That's not going to be next week because we're going to be in Elwood. But blue jerseys for Tipton's white numbers. That's pretty easy also.
Yeah, pretty good. I tell you, that one game we had up at Rensselaer this year, you couldn't tell anything in the rain.
That was nasty. So line up again. Nathan Hawkins, he'll back up maybe 7.5 yards. A little bit soccer style. One step to the left. Right-footed kicker. Nathan Hawkins is waiting for the whistle. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line from the left hash. He'll boot it away. They're going to get booed into it, end under end. It's going to be taken at the 13-yard line. On the return, they'll bring it back out of there, get to the 30. They'll spot him there at the 30. Again, I think that was 28, Will Patterson. Will Patterson is the return man. I think they let us know that. Coach Moser let us know that on the exchange. He sent us the roster. He sent up a depth chart, and that's always helpful.
Yeah, it looked like JoJo Clouser there on the tackle, getting right down there. And saw that Quinn Toll was on that kickoff team too. He's a quarterback, but he's a snot knocker. He's a tough kid.
So Blue Devils going to play defense. Going to try to defend 2 minutes, 50 seconds. They'll try to force a punt here on the minus side of the 50-yard line for South Adams. Shotgun formation, single man in the backfield. Dropping the throw, 2 steps, looking left. He'll throw the football, nearly picked off. But the tip play, it was tipped by 22. So what, Springer tipped it. But good wherewithal, caught off the tip by who?
Yeah, it was number 1 on that one was Derek McKeon.
So they keep the ball moving. They move the chains. I take that back. It's going to be second down. Short. They'll get it to McKeon again. McCain, I think it's McCain. He'll make the catch. The forward progress will put him at the 46 of the Starfires. So he's not quite to midfield. They will move the chains. They'll stop the clock at 2:25, and they'll reset the chains. They'll start the clock now. 21-0. Blue Devils trying to hold them out of the end zone before halftime. Shotgun, handoff. Hands it off right side. Ball carrier. Get back to the line of scrimmage. 28. Will Patterson. They'll stop him right there at the 45.
That's true freshman Joey Vaughton out there again making stuff happen.
So 45-yard line, middle of the field. 2nd and 11 for South Adams. Shotgun. Single man in the backfield. Trips left. Split out wide right. Dropping 3 steps out of the 5-yard shotgun. He's going to roll left. Nowhere to throw. The Blue Devils are going to stop him in the backfield. It's going to be a sack. Quarterback sack for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that was Cole Hussey coming up. But again, Joe Vaughton, he was getting the double teamed, and he just drove those guys back into the quarterback and made him throw it before he wanted to.
So Blue Devils back him up a couple more with a sack. And it's going to be 3rd and 13. And for the Starfires, they'll check their wristband as they get the signal from Coach Moser. Shotgun formation, single man in the backfield, believed to be Patterson. Slot right, short slot of the field. Left side, he's looking to throw. He's going to let one go. Nearly tipped away, and couldn't make the catch. They're trying to find junior athlete Derek McCain again. That was number 1. Blue Devils nearly had a pretty good catch there, but it didn't quite happen.
And that was Dakota Garman coming up from safety. He got a hand on it, knocked it down. And he jumped up there pretty good. He's a high jumper, too, and almost came down with it.
He's 6 feet tall. I tell you what, for a sophomore, he's got some good upside in front of him.
He's a good athlete all around.
So we're going to see a 4th down, 13 play. 1 minute, 14 seconds on the game clock. Clock is stopped after the incomplete pass. They're going to back up in punt formation. Back in there is number 3, Uriel Gutierrez. He's a senior, 6 foot 185. Pretty athletic build for a punter. So we're going to flag, delay a game. Looks like going to be the call. 25-second clock. That 40-second clock, I haven't seen much use of it in the ballgame.
No, not much, but that's the only thing it could be is the judge back here in the back of the receiver threw that penalty. So he was watching that clock like with an eagle eye.
So they're going to back it up 5. They'll respot it at the 38-yard line. Starfire territory. You're going to back it up. 13 yards will be the snap. Gutierrez, senior athlete, going to step back in punt formation. So they got the clock at 11:40. They don't mean to. They're going to reset the clock, get it back to about 1:40 or 1:14. There we go. So what modern technology is incredible, Larry. You see how quick they reset that?
Yeah, I'd still be fumbling around with it myself, man. Me running the clock.
They'd have to take calisthenics again if I was doing it. Shotgun, 13 yards deep. Gutierrez, good snap. He'll boot it and get some high elevation. They'll go right side. It's going to bounce. It's going to be a favorable bounce for the Starfires. Not a big favor, but about a 5-yard bounce, and they'll down it right there. The Tipton Blue Devils will have it once again at the 28-yard line. Blue Devils have 1 minute and 3 seconds, and I believe they still have 1 timeout.
Yeah, I think you'll see him putting it in the air here, trying to get down there and get another score. That would be ideal for them. So we'll see what they do.
I've always heard that one team, if they're scoring, get as much as you can, because that other team can do just the same in the second half.
They got to step on their throat. That's the old Mike Ditka way there.
Mike Ditka, Dallas Cowboys, tight end, wore number 89. Bears loved him. He had the best team in 85. Too bad he didn't get along with his defensive coordinator, but anyway. So they're going to shotgun snap. Going to hand off left side. Going to give it to Calvin Condit. Not much of a gain right there. Going to be a loss of 1. And the Blue Devils might be content to go to halftime.
I think they answered my question there. They think they got enough here. They're just going to let the clock run out and go in with a 21-point lead.
So ball's outside the 25, near the 26.5. Clock's at 38. Clock is moving. Blue Devils going to have to snap it one more time. 2nd down, 12. So we'll make it to the line of scrimmage. 14 seconds on the play clock. They're at the line of scrimmage now. Slot right. Garman in the slot. Split out wide right. Spidell. Shotgun quarterback. Dallas Capshaw. See him in the backfield. They'll snap it at 2 seconds. They'll hand off. They'll go left to right. Condit's going to get across the 25 to 26. And the clock's at 10 seconds. It's going to empty out. Both teams going to allow that to happen. They're going to go to halftime, Larry. Blue Devils playing offensively. Playing good defense also. It's a 21-0 advantage at halftime for the Blue Devils.
They're playing lights out. They came to play today, and it sure shows that they were fired up. You could tell before the game started, and they're coming off the field feeling pretty happy and good about themselves here. So see what the halftime show brings us tonight, AJ.
Ought to be good. I tell you what, we got to commend our sponsors, support sponsors, bringing this game to you. We've mentioned a couple of sponsors during the first half. We're going to mention the other 13, and we are thankful. They make it happen. It's not free to do this, but we pretty much give our time to make it fun for both sides of the ball. We're gonna plug this in right now. I recorded this earlier today. I hope you'll listen. Well, I was at Colts camp. Take a listen.
Matt Taylor, the voice of the Indianapolis Colts, and you're listening to BookingSports.com.
Tonight's Blue Devil football game is being brought to you in part by Rutledge Well Drilling. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Well Drilling. Reach them at 765-292-2315 or visit them on their website, RutledgeWellDrilling.com. They're in Atlanta, Indiana. They are licensed, they are insured, they are honest, dependable, and always professional. That's Mike, Nathan, and Levi Rutledge. Rutledge Well Drilling. Also bringing you tonight's ball game is Jim Dandy Restaurants. Jim Dandy not only provides an incredible dining experience for the Tipton community and the folks around the surrounding areas. Jim Dandy wants you to know that the Blue Devils fans are here and wants you to know Jim Dandy's staff wish the best for the football players. They reach out and commend the Blue Devils band and those Tipton Blue Devil cheerleaders. They are positive for their team and classmates during each and every snap of the ball. That's Jim Dandy Restaurants. They're open 7 days. Tipton and Noblesville, Jim Dandy Restaurants. Also bringing you tonight's contest is Encompass Credit Union. If you're looking for a financial partner that as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union, North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first, whether it's looking for the lower rates on loans, higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs. They've got you covered. Join them today and become a part of the financial cooperative that truly cares, with branches in Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo. They are here to serve you and the community. That's Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them at encompasscu.org or any of their convenient locations. That's Encompass Credit Union. Also bringing you tonight's contest is Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage. It's in Arcadia, Indiana. They have indoor, outdoor storage with flex storage availability. You can call to reserve space for that safe and secure storage space location. Indoor storage for your boats, RVs, or your precious automobiles. It could be a Corvette, could be a Mercedes, could be a Jaguar, etc. Or outdoor storage always available. To contact Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage, simply go online at the website. That's www.aipsindiana.com. Again, that's aipsindiana.com. Or you can call them by phone, 317-774-1500. Again, 317-774-1500. And also bringing you tonight's content is FritzandFishers.com. FritzandFishers.com will mention they buy, they sell, they trade. They'll help you to finance your quality car, truck, or SUV. You'll find trucks there. They are precious. And we'll mention they have preferred low mileage and one-owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County, Indiana locations. One is Fritz and Fishers at 8599 East 116th Street. You can reach them by phone at 317-842-2228. Their second Hamilton County location
Noblesville. That's along State Road 32 between Noblesville and Westfield. Reach them by phone at 317-773-2232. We'll mention FritzandFishers.com. You can visit them online or stop by to visit them on site. FritzandFishers.com. It's FRITZ. And also bringing you tonight's contest is The Shack. The Shack. Hey, Blue Devil fans, looking for the perfect spot before or after the game? Swing by The Shack, your ultimate game day hangout. They've got something for every team member. Whether you're craving a classic Shack pizza or ready to tackle that Shack stack with single, double, or triple burger patties. And that's not all. They've got your game day staple. That could be a beer, could be cold beers, could be refreshing cocktails, and could be that loaded spiral potato. We'll also mention bring your game face and your appetite and your friends with a winning experience you'll enjoy. The Shack, located at 311 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date on specials and events. See you at the Shack. Also, bringing you tonight's contest is Discount Copies. Discount Copies. They are conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana, 46062. Just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's right there along State Road 32, west edge of Noblesville. At Discount Copies, they provide set-up services where you can turn your artwork into things like notepads, note cards, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early or never too late to get your personalized Christmas cards, posters, oversized printing, also available. And also, if you're planning a wedding, they can do all of your printing needs. If they're necessary, they can help you out. You can reach Discount Copies by telephone at 317-773-8783. Again, that's 317-773-8783. Or by email, it's discountcopies, the number 99, at gmail.com. Discount Copies, Noblesville. Also, bringing you tonight's ball game is Hope Jewelers. Hope Jewelers there in Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton. They're next to the Diana Theater at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. Hope Jewelers, they're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30. They're open on Saturday, 9:30 to 2. It's Hope Jewelers in Tipton. And we'll mention school makes a difference. You can ask Scott Bassett. We'll mention when school makes a difference, it's obvious what a difference school can make. As the Tipton High School graduate, and glad to say it, from wrestling at the 185-pound weight class and seldom beaten, and gearing up for play in the football team, Blue Devils offensive line, he played the tackle position, he played the guard position. And now, as a member of the family, he's a member of a family that grew up in Tipton. This family has lived in the Tipton community as a Blue Devil for many years. We'll mention it's now approaching the bicentennial plateau. Proud to serve local farmers, excavation, drainage, demolition, clearing of farm fence rows, and fence row maintenance. Happy to support the Blue Devil Nation, then, now, and forever. Signed, Scott G. And also, tonight's broadcast is being made possible by Indiana Express Rentals. When you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high quality care and that high quality choice is not far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They're located at the south edge of Noblesville at 1708 South 8th Street. Simply call them at 317-773-4800. Again, that number is 317-773-4800. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available, and a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals. Noblesville, their hours of operation, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. They have Penske Truck Rentals. The name Penske alone takes any possible concerns away from the travel. That's Indiana Express Rentals in Noblesville. And also, tonight's broadcast is made possible by Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies, you can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop by, if only to browse around. 1720 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They have trophies, awards, plaques, etc. They have fast turnaround. Prices are low, so low you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophies at 1720 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by telephone at 317-773-7391. Again, 317-773-7391. Online at noblesvilletrophies.com. And also, bringing you tonight's ball game is AGM Auto. AGM Auto LLC Arcadia. AGM Auto is located 1 mile west of Arcadia, Indiana. It's on 266th Street. That's in Hamilton County. The future of your vehicle is in good hands when you put your trust with the guys at AGM. Whether it's a routine oil change or the need for the expertise of an experienced AGM technician, AGM wants you to stay safe and be safe on the road in your automobile. A second type of service offered there at AGM Auto is classic car and truck restoration. Check them out on Facebook. We'll let you know. On Facebook, it's AGM Auto LLC. If you still have that older car or truck out back, or maybe it's in the barn and covered up with a tarp, AGM has a passion to reveal the underlying beauty of each and every restoration project they begin. To contact AGM Auto by phone, 317-984-5283. Again, 317-984-5283. You can transport that car or truck on a flatbed. That's AGM Auto, LLC Arcadia. And also, bringing you tonight's contest is Camino and Company.com. Camino and Company, they're located in downtown Noblesville. They're on the square. Camino and Company is a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the Camino and Company founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino. That El Camino is owned by D.E. Rhythm. He is the grandpa of Carly Elbred. Carly Elbred is the owner of Camino and Company. And their goal at Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to completion. We'll also mention you can score them on the way.
I didn't know I could plug this in and get it to work. My wife said, yeah, it's working. Where did you get that? Then it's the whole time. That's our radio shop.
Century 21.
Okay, we're at halftime. We'll stop it right there. Lisa Stokes Bear. She deserves another mention, but she already got one during the ball game. Halftime is over. There's the whistle. 15-minute intermission, and they're ready for second half here momentarily. Larry, Blue Devils have a 21-point advantage. If they play strong, we'll see what happens.
It's going to be a good second half. I'm sure I could, when I was walking down the stairs, I could hear them hooping it up in the locker room. So they're ready to go, I'm sure. But a little dark here setting in, and the lights aren't quite warmed up yet. So it might be a little hazy for them to start the second half here.
They got 4 light poles. They're just like Tipton's, I'm pretty sure. Tipton's got the same. But they got the good modern day lights. But I tell you what, this field is about in the broadcast of maybe being resurfaced.
Yeah, I don't know what the useful life is on them, but I saw, in fact, it was on YouTube. Some high school was cleaning theirs, taking all the grit out of it and cleaning it and putting the grit back in it. So I'm sure it can be done. I don't know how many years are left on it.
Lucas Oil this year, they got their field completely redone. They said 10 years of everybody that plays on it. Everybody and their brother loves to play on a field like this, and that wears them out.
Tipton Little League's actually playing tomorrow, playing Heights down there at the Lucas Oil. So I saw a bunch of the little fifth graders, fourth graders had their jerseys on today. So yeah, they make good use of it. But then again, the Colts can afford to change it out every 10 years or so.
It's a little dark out there. I said, what if this was a baseball game? They'd think about stopping the game.
Yeah, the lights look like they're warming up now. I'm starting to see some shadows on the field. So sure it'll be up to speed here in a second.
I bet the players don't care one bit. They play in the dark.
Absolutely, in the parking lot.
So they're getting ready to kick off. It's going to be South Adams Starfires. They're backing up to kick, but the officials are at midfield. They're huddled up. They're having a bit of a conference there. They're going to break their agenda right there. They're going to break apart, go back to their normal settings here for a kickoff return. And the Blue Devils are going to return the football. So the Blue Devils will have first opportunity to handle the football. They got to handle it. Sometimes the guy on TV says they'll get the ball, but they got to handle it. If they fumble it, they don't get the ball. So here we go. We're going to kick the ball away. It's going to be the kicker. And doing the kicking is Jackson Garcia. Jackson Garcia wears number 16. He's a senior, 6 foot, 160. Waiting for the whistle. He'll have a 9-yard approach, soccer style, right-footed kicker. Here we go. Here comes the boot. In under end, pretty good elevation. Going to be taken at the 10-yard line. He'll work it back up between the hashes. So you get a positive gain. He'll move the pile. And they're going to move it clear out to the 35-yard line. That's some serious, strong legs. And on the return, I think that was Isaiah Mahaney.
Isaiah Mahaney on the return there, number 14. I'm trying to see who that was. Craig Landis, senior for the Starfires, making the tackle on that 6 foot, 150 wide receiver. So Tipton will get the ball right at just at the 35.
So Blue Devils first possession, second half. 8 seconds off the clock, third quarter. So they'll line up in a trips to the left. Ball's in the middle of the field at the 35. Split out wide right is Garmin. Shotgun formation, Dallas Capshaw calls the cadence, single man in the backfield. They'll hand it. Right side, he'll move right to left. He'll get back out to about the line of scrimmage. Might have gained half a yard. Calvin Condit looking for an opening. Not much to find right there.
Not much at all there. I believe it was number 56, Dylan Ramirez on the tackle.
So they respotted. It's second down 10. 11 and a half minutes, clock moving, third quarter. We're at Indiana Wesleyan University. I tell you what, if you're not here, if you're listening to the radio, we're glad you are. But this is quite a facility. So what you think about Ball State, you think about basically they're both similar in stature. Shotgun formation, Dallas Capshaw, deep motion. Going to drop the throw. Over the middle, he's open. Garmin going to make the catch. He's alone. He had to catch his feet there, nearly stumbled. Makes a catch, and he'll get inside the 20-yard line. And a good ball, maybe a little bit underthrown, but not much.
Dakota made a good adjustment to it, but just kind of slipped a little bit there and stumbled. Or I think he would have gone all the way on that.
So Dustin Shear lulls them asleep with a running play and then pulls that out of the hat.
I think they're going to open it up a little bit here at the second half. They know they can run the ball, and so they're going to mix it up a little bit.
So Dallas Capshaw brings the play to the huddle. He'll tell it to the huddle, maybe twice. Play clock is at 5. They're going to have to hustle this up. Or timeout, they might best call it right here, and they will. Blue Devils took a little bit too much leisurely effort to get to the huddle and actually get the play call.
Yeah, I think the umpire there set that ball pretty quick. You know, he was down the field already, so he set it, and they were kind of celebrating coming up the field. Maybe didn't get in the huddle as soon as they should have.
That's totally agreeable. You're right. They're trying to hustle the game along. So what, the lights are still working to come on to full-fledged. They seem to be about half scale right now.
And you don't see too long of shadows out there, so they're not quite up to speed yet.
So I tell you what, we're losing daylight as the year goes on. But I tell you what, Larry, it's going to be warm next week. These players are going to have to probably practice in shorts quite a bit, and just go through the walkthroughs almost.
Yeah, it's going to be warm. Like I said, probably helmets, shorts, and T-shirts. You know, coming up if it's going to be in that 90 degrees and humidity, we watch that. Yeah.
How about your middle school? Is that what you're planning?
Yeah, we, I always I've got a big 5-gallon bucket igloo kind of cooler that I keep ice water in and rags. And so every time they take water, they get to douse their heads down and try to cool themselves off because that's where most of the heat, is trapped in your body. So we try to keep them cool.
Boy, Tipton community, glad to have you, Larry.
Well, I appreciate being back.
So in line up a shotgun. Blue Devils into 15. Going to hand off to Condit. They'll go left side 3-hole. They get down to the 10. And Condit getting some good blocking left side of the line right there. Got to mention Jack Roach, Nathan Hawkins moving some people.
Yeah, they sure did. And there's a big hole, and I'm sure Calvin's eyeballs got real big when he saw that.
So ball spotted at the 10-yard line. Third down, about 4. Might be 3rd and 3. They're actually second down. Second down, 4. They're going to hand off. Up the middle, jump step. Gets out of the way. Gets down inside the 5. Calvin Condit. He'll just get inside the 5, and he'll pick up enough for a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Blue Devils.
Looks like a tackle by number 3, Uriel Gutierrez, outside linebacker, 6'1", 190 for the Starfires. But Calvin made a nice jump cut there right at the line of scrimmage when it was bottled up and got a lot of that himself.
So ball's at the left hash. Blue Devils in the huddle. Clock moving, 9:40. Play clock is at 14. They'll get to the line of scrimmage. Just split out wide rights. Slot right. Garmin's in the slot. Wide right is Landon Spidell. Shotgun snap. He's going to dive it forward. It's going to be Dallas Capshaw. Capshaw got maybe 1. It's going to be a second down goal.
Yeah, he, they played it pretty well, but the Devils had a, again, double tight end, goal line offense down there, and but a good play by I think that's number 75. Let's see, who is that? Zach Simmons, yeah, 6'3", 285.
So the Blue Devils are to the line of scrimmage. Clock moving, 8:56. 10 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun. Dallas Capshaw. See him in the backfield. They'll give it to Condit. He'll work it right side. He'll dive it in. Calvin Condit. I believe he has 3 scores on the ground. And I said Blue Devils going to try to point after.
Well blocked again by Cole Hussey and Riley Coleman. They'll put up just enough of a seam there for Calvin to get it in the end zone.
So Blue Devils going to spot it. They'll try to kick once again. Holder again is going to be Klauser. Joe Klauser. He's dependable. He held last year. Set to try the extra point is Brogan Ferg. There's a spot. There's the hold. There's the boot. And the point is wide right. Just barely. So what they're working on it this first game of the season.
I think that might have been tipped a little bit. I saw a hand up and it kind of took off in a funny direction there. So I think it might have been partially tipped there.
So it's a 27-0 contest. Blue Devils are going to kick away once again. And I'm tell you what, Larry, those Colts last night, they looked okay. Let's see what's going to happen. But I tell you what, they said that the starters would have played second quarter, and they played first quarter.
I didn't get to watch it again. I was kind of tied up with my own team, but I'm sure the NFL season is going to be exciting like it always is. So as long as the Colts can stay healthy, their young quarterback, I'd like to see his progression this year.
Anthony Richardson, he's a big dude. They say he's what, 6'5", 250. But if he wants to run the ball, he'll join the club with Andrew Luck.
Yeah, exactly. Your career is short-lived in the NFL if you're a running quarterback.
Yeah, that third backup was Bean. Bean he likes to run the ball. He scored a touchdown. They had to run the replay to find out that it was a touchdown. But he's not in college anymore. He can't run the ball like that.
No, not at all. Like I said, that's taking your life in your hand up there.
So they're going to boot it away. Blue Devils going to kick it away. 40-yard line. Left hash. Nathan Hawkins has the whistle. He'll approach. There's the boot. Pretty good elevation. Maybe not as deep. Going to be picked up at the 17. On the return, trying to bring it back up the middle. Blue Devils there to make the tackle right there at the left. I shoot the right hash closest to the Blue Devil bench. And the return right there, again, was Will Patterson. Will Patterson is returning some kicks today.
He's got a lot of work to do out there with the Devils putting the ball in the end zone. But, yeah, that's what you really like to see as a special teams coach. There was 7-8 blue helmets on that tackle and, run to the football. So you got to like that.
So they spotted at the 31-yard line, right hash. Blue Devils going to play defense. We'll mention South Adams are still in a huddle at their sideline. They'll jog over to their own placement. Play clock is not begun. It'll begin now. So they're still in the huddle on the numbers. Sideline side. They're going to jog out. They'll go right to the line of scrimmage. Play clock did not start. Play clock is still locked up at 25 seconds, so they have no problem. 8:40 on the game clock. Clock will start on the snap. So they'll run a wing, H-back right side, split right, split in, split left. 3 in the backfield. Shotgun snap taken by Lehman. He'll hand off right side. They'll get a positive gain out to the 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, good tackle by Big Jack Roach, and he looks like he's down. He's had a little problem with a hip earlier this year, so I hope that's not too much.
So Blue Devils have a guy on the surface. Blue Devils, they got a cramping situation. Early season, warmer weather. They say potassium is the key to it. They say eat a lot of bananas this time of year when it's warm.
Yeah, I think that's maybe a little prior injury with Jack. Like I said, he's been hobbled a little bit with a hip flexor or something like that. And I talked to him the other day. He was stretching out at the Peru scrimmage, and I asked him how he was feeling. He said, "Well," he says, "pretty good, coach." He says, "Not 100% where he likes it, but he said I'm going to go."
So I tell you what, Burke Emmert, worth his weight in gold.
He sure is. Yeah, he's very good to the middle school as well. We send some guys down there to him. We try not to get too much in his way with the high school players, but especially if we got a guy with some concussion protocol, which we've had. We already had a young man break his collarbone, and Bert was right on the spot with that, and so we appreciate him a whole lot.
Burke Emmert, he has his office out there by the football field. That training room is conveniently located.
Yeah, sometimes too conveniently. Like I said, right after school, it's a busy place.
So they're still checking on him. He's still laying down on the surface. Everything's good. It's just not great at the moment.
Yeah, again, they've been pounding the pads down there, getting ready for this season. Trying to get their intensity up, and you got to be very careful these days. Like I said, we've got some small numbers at the middle school, so you want to get some hitting, you want to get some blocking, but you got to be extremely careful because you want to have a team to play too when it comes game time.
So they're going to bring him up to the surface. 65, Jack Roach. It's going to take a couple guys and then some to escort him to the sideline.
I'd hate to have him leaning on me. He's a big young man.
So they'll take him off the surface. He's walking now. They say on his own power, but I consider God power.
Yeah, he's favored in that right leg a little bit. You can tell he's walking off. He's not his gait isn't exactly 100%.
So South Adams to the line of scrimmage. They're going to start play here momentarily. Umpire White Hat back in the backfield behind the quarterback. He'll say when. He'll blow the whistle. He'll wave his arm. There's the whistle. There's the wave. Play clock starts. Game clock starts on the snap. Snap, half shotgun. Taken by Lehman. He'll hand off up the middle. Very little gain, if any. Blue Devils make a stop.
Yeah, great penetration there by actually Nathan Hawkins in on defense, taking big Jack Roach's place and made a nice tackle there.
So both spotted at the 36-yard line. Starfire territory. We're in the third quarter. We're at Indiana Wesleyan. This is a neutral site. I don't know if which of these teams would call it a home game. It's an away game for both of them. 27-0. Blue Devils in front. 7:49 clock moving here in the third quarter. They're going to maybe change a play. Lehman in the backfield along with two running backs. Split left, split right on the receivers. They're going to reverse it out. Left side. Caught in the backfield. Like a water bug, he's right there. Going to make the stop in the backfield. Ball carrier was a sophomore, 28, Will Patterson. He might lose 5, maybe 6 yards.
That's patented Cole Hussey there. He read that all the way and came there like he had a rocket up his behind and made a nice tackle for a loss.
So Blue Devils are going to force them to punt the ball out of there. It's 4th and 11. Again, we're going to see number 3. The punter is Uriel Gutierrez. As mentioned, he's a senior, 6 foot, 185. He also plays a running back position. Working back deep, about 12 yards deep. He'll get the good snap. He'll boot it out of there. Good spiral. Nice spiral. Going to be taken at the 30. He'll fall to the surface. That's Mahaney. Mahaney could have called a fair catch there and avoided maybe a lot of trouble, but I'm sure he's going to get somewhat of a nice lecture after the game.
He did wave that one. Yeah, I'm sure he had a little talking at halftime about that. So he was kind of emphatically didn't wave it, but was that big circle, So
they say that you got to wave your right arm, but it's not true. If you wave an arm and they see that you waved an arm, you better not hit that guy.
Boy, if they ever put me down there to punt or punt return, I'd be waving a white flag on everything. Don't hit me.
I agree. So shotgun, Dallas Capshaw. Trips to the left, split out wide right, seeing him in the backfield is Calvin Connaught. Shotgun snap taken by Capshaw. He'll look left side and throw in a flat. Bubble screen, looking for a blocker out front. He's going to pick up maybe 5 yards. Going to be stopped there. Forward progress. He's going to pick up actually about 3, maybe 2. Call it 3, but a good play. There's a lot of commotion, a lot of congestion over there.
Well played by Dylan Ramirez there, number 56 from his middle linebacker position. He read that the whole time.
So they'll spot it at the 33-yard line. Blue Devils have it. 3rd down 7. So they're going to call it 3rd down 6 here at the stadium. So they're going to go trips right side. Split out wide left. Blue Devils going to go with 4 receivers. Sing them in the backfield. It's Calvin Condon. Shotgun formation is Dallas Capshaw. He'll call the cadence. He'll take the snap. He'll back up a couple. He'll roll left. Going to try to avoid a tackle. They'll spin him forward. They'll give him good yardage on the spin. Not a good tackle to tackle the ball that way, but he got a couple yards when he should have lost.
Uriel Gutierrez there and from his outside linebacker, number 3, threw him forward about 2.5 yards more.
So 34-yard line. They're calling it 3rd and 5 for the Blue Devils. Blue Devil territory. Blue Devils adjourn the huddle in unison. 5:34, clock moving, third quarter. Blue Devils 27-0 advantage. Shotgun formation, Dallas Capshaw. Calvin Condon in the backfield. You're going to get the handoff. Calvin Condon sidesteps, goes left side. He'll be stopped right there. You'll get no gain. He might gain 1. We're going to see the Blue Devil punching unit.
Yeah, first time tonight. Who'd have thunk that? But we'll see who backs up here, whether it's Nathan Hawkins or who's punting this year.
Nathan Hawkins last year was booting the ball well, especially in practice. And then he came up with a bit of an injury that didn't allow him to do so.
Yeah, he's back there healthy tonight, so let's see how he does.
He's got a leg. I tell you what, the guy can absolutely pump the football. So they're going to line up about 13 yards deep. So they're going to spread out. They're going to get some new personnel in the ball game. So Roach might be in the back of the game. We'll hope that's him, 65. And they're going to call timeout. They're going to use the timeout, and they're going to utilize it and make sure that they can try to still flip the field.
Yeah, I think Jack's still out here, so they nobody knew who the second team tackle was there on the punt team.
I tell you what, somebody found out, and they jogged out there like they were happy to do so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm sure he had more than one coach hollering his name.
So you never know when you're going to earn a spot. I tell you what, they tell me that a running back like who was it? Broncos running back that was real good. Who was that? Tell me. Real good. Anyway, he was on special teams. He hadn't made it to be a running back yet. Early in his season, and he went down and he made a stick on the guy that got the ball, and he got his eyes open. The eyes opened their eyes, and that's how he got to play there. Ty Taylor, I'll think of it later.
Yeah, I think Coach Ron Hickathey was over there getting on somebody. So maybe that's maybe Coach Ron has something to do with that punt team because he was a little excited. He coached with us last year. As a good friend of mine, and he gets excited.
That was Terrell Davis that performed that feat. He became real good. I did a lot of Super Bowls, MVP. Shotgun, I should say, back to receive the kick, the punt. Snap is high, gets the punt away. It's not going to be a good net yardage punt, but he got the punt away. It's not going to make it across the 50. About the 48 is where it'll come to a stop. But you got to admit, he made the best of a terrible situation.
I didn't know Big Nate could get up that high. He got up and knocked that one down and picked it up and kicked it. And again, it could have been a whole lot worse than that.
So Starfires are going to start at the Blue Devils 48-yard line. 4:21 on the game clock. The lights have come on to full-fledged. This field is illuminated perfectly.
Yeah, it looks good right now.
So they're going to line it up 48-yard line. Ball's across the 50 in Blue Devil territory. So they'll line up slot left, slot right. Single man in the backfield along with shotgun quarterback, junior Titus Lehman. The step back to throw and throw across the middle. Pass is caught. Caught there inside the 40, about the 38-yard line. Catch is made by number 1, Derek McKeon. Derek McKeon, he's 5'10", 165. And he is reliable.
Dallas Capshaw come up from a safety position to make that tackle. He's getting up a little gingerly.
Slide right, slide left, short side of the field. Dropping to throw out a shotgun, Lehman. Looking across the middle. Finds a target, finds an opening. And Landon Spidell going to put the hit on him. But it looks like the Blue Devils might be giving them some space.
Well, that was the exact same play to the other side, so they're going to have to watch that. It's obviously something they like to do.
Slide left, slide right. Right hash, dropping to throw out a shotgun, Lehman. Looking in the backfield, he can step forward in the pocket. Couldn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Blue Devils there to make the stop. Couple of them.
Yeah, two of my favorite guys again, freshman Joe Vautau and Nate Hawkins from the middle, making a good sack there.
So they'll spot it at the 33-yard line. 3rd down 4. They're calling it 3rd and 5 in the booth. We're going to shotgun. Going to have in the neutral zone before the snap. I believe it's going to be the Blue Devils. Let's see if he was drawn off. They're going to say a flag there. They're going to walk it off against the Blue Devils. So a 5-yard walk-off, and they'll have a first down by penalty.
I saw Grady Henderson slap himself in the head. That's a pretty good indication that he jumped.
So ball moves inside the 30 to the 28. Starfires 1st and 10. Play clock, not a problem. 3:18 on the game clock. Shotgun snap taken by Lehman. He'll drop to throw. Looking. He's in the backfield. Going to roll left. He'll try to get rid of it. Not going to tuck it away. He'll tuck it away and he'll get sacked. He'll go out of bounds. He'll lose a couple. But throwing that left side with a right-handed quarterback is difficult.
Yeah, it is. Brady Henderson saw that, came up, and he ran him down. Good job.
So Blue Devils make the stop. They're going to call it no gain. Might have been a loss there, but the spot was by the line judge. Ball's at the 28-yard line of Tipton. Starfires have it. 10 seconds on the play clock there at the line of scrimmage. They look at their wristband. They're ready to go. 2:35 on the game clock. Dropping a throw. Going to hand off. I take that back. It's going to be a pass in the flat. They fake the handoff. Ball was low. They're going to say he might have made the catch, but he was on the surface with the knee. It was a low pass. It was a fake in the backfield. Patterson floated out on the left side, made the catch, but the pass was so low, he was down by contact before he got touched.
That looked like Cole Hussey from his blitz from his inside linebacker position, too, made him throw it a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
Shotgun. Motion away is McKeon. Flag on the play in the backfield. Illegal procedure against the Starfires. So Starfires, they're going to walk it back the other direction. Starfires going to lose 5 on that one. It's going to be 3rd down and about 17. 2 minutes, 1 second left here in the 3rd.
Yeah, let's see what they look like. They got, well, they had trips. Now they're bringing guy back to the other side. So he's still got trips right and wide receiver here on the left as well.
So they'll run a shotgun. Lehman calling the cadence. He's resetting the offense. He'll take the snap. He'll drop the throw. He's got a blocking back in front of him. He's going to let one go. He wants to let it go. He goes, cuts it down. He was trying to find McKeon. The pass was a little bit over his targeted head, and it bounced past into the hands of Dallas Capshaw. Yeah, Capshaw was playing center field. 1:40 left, and it's going to be a 4th down. 4th down. We'll see if they'll punt it, but I'm going to say what. They could probably pin in the Blue Devils with a good punt.
Yeah, this looks. I don't know what they're doing. Looks like they're running, trying to get it. But again, nothing to lose you when you're down 27-0.
So shotgun, 4th down. Call it 18. Dropping the throw is Lehman. He's going to be sacked. Nope. Shrugged off a would-be tackler. He'll be caught from behind. He will be sacked. And they're going to give the ball back to Tipton. Tipton's going to have it at their own 40. Nice sack on the play by.
That was Cole Hussey again. And kind of funny, Cole kept on it. He faked him out the first time, but Cole kept going and caught him from the back.
So Blue Devils were swarming the quarterback. That's junior quarterback. You know, he steps in after being behind a Warner. I tell you what, that's about like an Aaron Rodgers waiting for Brett Favre to get done.
He's going to be a good player, but again, as Coach said in our interview before the game, kind of throwing him into the battle here and see how he does, and I'm sure he's going to be a great player.
So Blue Devils break huddle. They're to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go with Dallas Capshaw. 1:29 on the game clock. Condon in the backfield, slot right, double side in. Working for the Cajuns right there. Dallas Capshaw takes it. He'll hand off. They're going to keep the ball. He'll take it to Condon. He'll go right side. Called his own number at a good time right there. He picks up about 9.
Well, that was Quinn Toll, backup quarterback, again, true freshman. Coach Toll's son coming in and made a nice run.
So Quinn Toll getting the nod here late in the game, a 27-point advantage. As you mentioned, you know quite a bit about Quinn Toll. You had him the last 2 years in middle school.
Yeah, he's a smart ball player, obviously being coach's son, and can throw the ball, run the ball. Like I said, I told him this level he's got to start running away from guys instead of running over them like he did in middle school. But going to have a nice showing tonight, I'm sure.
He got some scores last week in the scrimmage. He'll hand off up the gut. You're going to be stopped there just right at the line of scrimmage. There's going to be a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 2.
Yeah, Slade Springer on that looked like number 23. Don't know who that is for. I think they're getting some of their backup players in as well. Look at Ethan Schwartz on the tackle.
So he's a senior. You're right. They're getting some different guys in there. I say what they practice all week. Why shouldn't they play in a right situation?
Absolutely. You got to get your guys game tested and experienced. And so that's what we're seeing right now.
Shotgun. Toll. Handoff. I don't know if the ball came loose there. It's going to be no gain. He stopped way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 4th down. Ball's going to spot the 45. The 3rd quarter clock evaporates. You hear the whistle here. You hear a whistle at Tipton, but you don't hear a whistle everywhere, according to the scoreboard.
Really, I'm not. I think that was pretty much standard nowadays with that sound. But I don't know. I haven't really paid much attention to it.
You're too worried about your defensive schemes and stuff like that. I mean, you're basically a defensive coach. I mean, Rick Venturi, we didn't play in an interview that he's here at Put Me in Sports. We interviewed him. We'll play that maybe next week. But he's a defensive coach. He came in for Frank Kush back in the mid-92 season. Colts came over here in 84. So they were 8 years over here. Frank Kush was the first coach to show up in 84, first coach of the Colts when they got to Indianapolis.
You're just a dictionary of an encyclopedia of information here. I remember he was out at Arizona State before he came over, I believe, but that's many, many years ago.
I tell you what, when you remember Eric Dickerson, when the trade happened, they had him filmed video in the airport when he landed. He did a good job here, but they found out later he didn't really want to play here.
I remember him well, though.
So they're going to line up. Blue Devils, 45-yard line. Quinn Toll in the backfield, empty backfield. Double wing, split out wide left, wide right. I take that back. There's the punts. And it's going to be a skyward punt. It's going to be a bounce. And nearly got a player. Starfire's ball's loose. Starfire's jump on it. Starfire's got it. At the Blue Devils 26, that ball was another muff. This is early season.
I tell you, those punt returners are some daredevil guys anyhow. Again, I'm sure he'll get a talk to on that as well.
So they'll have the football, but that did make it quite exciting.
Yeah, it was a little scramble down there on the sidelines, and Blue Devils had a chance on it, but Starfires jumped on the ball, and they're going to start about right at the 25.
Blue Devils not going to have all of their starters out there, but they got some defensive guys out there. Zach Emberton, the left cornerback, he's in the ball game. He slapped 5 with Oliver Conaway on Oliver Conaway's way across the field. They're going to line up in a shotgun. Single man in the backfield. Trips to the right. Split left. Dropping a throw is Lehman. You're going to let one go across the middle. Caught. Credit that catch, number 8. That's Caden Neuenschwander. Neuenschwander, the senior, making a catch on the play.
Calvin Condit again from his outside linebacker position. Saw that one, put a nice hit on him.
So they pass it. They get out to the 30. They pick up 5. It's going to be second down 5. And they'll work it from there. And they'll work from the right hash. Clock moving. Fourth quarter, 11:15 left in the ball game. They're going to go motion away. That's Jack Swanner. Going to roll out left. Lehman. He'll pass it to the edge. He'll get a first down. Nice reception. He's up the sideline. See if he's going to be tracked down. Blue Devils will track him down. Caught him from behind. Who made the catch, Larry? Can you help us there? So 2 made the catch. Sophomore Jack Swanner. Who made the stop from behind? Who caught him with the wheels for the Blue Devils? That was tremendous.
Yeah, that was he looked like he was gone there for a second.
So they hold him up. He looked like he was going to the house. Clock moving. 10:56. Dropping the throw. Rolling right is Lehman. Pass play. Caught. He'll catch it at the surface. His knees were down, but he made the catch. He'll make it at the 16-yard line. And credit that catch. I believe it was Derek McKeon. Double check there. It was.
Absolutely. I went down on his knees, but he made a nice catch there.
So they'll line up, line of scrimmage. Tempo offense, no huddle. Shotgun, trips to the left, diamond shape. Split out wide right is a wide receiver. Dropping to throw out a shotgun. He'll look left, he'll go across the middle. Through behind his intended receiver. He kind of threw that into a dangerous situation. A little bit worse pass right there. They could have been going the other way.
In fact, if he would have let him like he was supposed to, I think Cole Hussey would have come up with an interception there.
I tell you what, last week, Quinn Toll, middle of the field, I saw him throw a man open. The man was set down. He didn't know where he was open, but Quinn Toll threw the ball where he needed to be, and he made the catch. It was great. Working the left side, long pass across the way. Catch is made, had to dive for it. That was a strong arm play. They look at that in the combine, Larry. If you can throw from one hash to the sideline, that's a strong arm.
And that was with Cole Hussey in your chest, too. So that strong arm guy right there.
So ball goes the spotted right there near the 18, maybe the 19. It's third down 12 for the Starfires. Blue Devil territory. 10:07 on the game clock. Motion comes near side. That was Jack Swanner. Rolling out right is Lehman. He'll make the catch. The pass, and the catch is made at the 7 by the Starfires. And again, it's the junior, number 1, 5'10", 165, Derek McKeon. That guy is atrocious.
He's all over the place. Landon Spidell made the tackle, giving a little bit too much cushion, though. So we'll see if they tighten it up here a little bit.
So 4th and 1. Big play here for the Blue Devils. Bigger play for the Starfires. Motion away. They're going to call the flag right there. They're going to stop play. The flag is at the far line judge. He must have found somebody lined up in the neutral zone. Illegal procedure. They're going to back it up 5. Starfires are going to have to go from the 11 now, 4th and 11. And let's see what they can do. But Starfires almost shot themselves in the foot there.
It gives them a little bit of room to if they want to throw the ball, but that's not what you want on it. When we got now 4th and
So ball's at the 12. Scoreboard says 4th and 6. But 6 yards. They got 1 down to get it. Let's see if they have a passing play here. They might go to the end zone. So what? Titus Lehman can throw the football. You're going to roll left out of the shotgun. Looking to throw, left side. Pass is caught. He's going to get a first down. I think he got to the 5. He needed the 6. And that was a spot play right there. They had that receiver, Jack Swanner, first down. Nice pass by Lehman.
he knew exactly how much he needed and got it by the skin of his teeth.
So the Starfires are going to line it up 1st and goal. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line at the left hash. Blue Devils going to line up on defense. Blue Devils may not have all their starters in. We'll see. We might not ever know. Shotgun. Titus Lehman. Going to pitch it right side. Looking for an opening. You get inside the 5. You're going to get in the end zone. Yes. He broke the plane. Touchdown. Starfires are on the board. And I will see who made that touchdown. But it doesn't matter. It's a team game. Larry, you and I know both of us know that this team game is the biggest team game you can play.
There's none other like it. That was number 28. Let's see who that was for the Starfires. 28 is Will Patterson again. Yes, there we go.
Will Patterson, sophomore. He's got a lot of upside. He'll have upside this season. Here comes a spot. Boot is good. The hold, Jack Swanner. And credit that kick to Jackson Garcia. He's a senior. He puts him on the board. I think it went through. Double check here. Did that go through? They got it on the board now. There we go. 27-7. That score just sounds good. Beside what the actual score is, 27-7, football game sounds good.
Well, I'm sure the Blue Devils like the 27-7 part of it being up on that. I'm not sure the Starfires think much about it, but yeah, we'll see. Got another, still almost 9:46 to play, so I'm sure they're going to get some guys in the game and keep playing hard.
I'm not sure that you won't put your starters back in. We might even see an onside kick here. I don't know, but I'm 20-3 a year ago. Blue Devils got 3 points, 27-7. I tell you what, they might onside. I mean, you play to win. You don't practice all week to lose.
Yeah, well, that's that's kind of you try to get what you can get, and I'm sure they want to. They're not going to go down easily. That's for sure.
Remember Herm Edwards when he said that you play to win? You remember he was a defensive back for the Giants when the Eagles went ahead and ran that play and fumbled it. He picked it up, went to the house, and they won the game. And then offensive coordinator lost his job.
It was when he played defensive back for the Eagles and the Giants did that. Yeah. Yep.
Middle of the field, 9-yard approach. Getting ready to boot the ball away. South Adams Starfires. There's the whistle. So right up the middle, 5 on each side of him. Going to boot it. That's a nice boot. It'll be taken at the 5. He'll bring it out of there. I believe it's Mahaney. Mahaney's going to veer it. He'll go left side. He'll try to break contain. He will, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. There's a late hit possibility right there. Maybe he lowered his head and didn't see, but no flag. But Mahaney gets it out to the 31. That's a 26-yard return.
Like I said, anytime he touches the ball in the open field, something good's going to happen. And yeah, it wasn't a late hit at least called, but Isaiah turned around and was saying something to him, so he didn't appreciate that little shot out of bounds.
Dakota Ferg last year, he started putting the ball in the end zone. That's the key factor. Don't let him return it. If you can get it to the goal line, that's a plus.
We had a guy in high school, the old flat toe kicker, and Jeff Allen was his name, and he'd kick it out of the end zone every time, and boy, we love that.
Oh, definitely. Start on the 20. This NFL kickoff, I'm still learning it. Shotgun formation. Taking the snap. Quinn Toll passes it to the flat. It's caught. It's going to be about a 3-yard gain, maybe a 2 or 3-yard gain. Pass play complete. Quinn Toll. I think it was to Mahaney. Not sure, but they're going to line up with second down 8.
That was Isaiah Mahaney, and a good tackle by number 55, Nathan. Is that Plattner? Is from its outside linebacker position.
Tell you what, Larry, I got my third spare glasses on right now. I got a new pair. Hopefully going to be in next week. I'm hoping to see a little bit better because my lineless bifocals date my age.
I got you. Me too.
Shotgun formation. See him in the backfield. Trips to the left. Split out wide right. Second down 8. There's going to be early movement before the snap. It's going to be an illegal procedure against the Blue Devils. So Blue Devils going to mark off 5. It's going to become second down 13.
Yeah, we're up here trying to figure out. We got the lights off here in the press box so we can see out the windows, but we're having to use the flashlight here to see whose numbers what.
So Blue Devils to the huddle. Quinn Toll, believed to be in the huddle. He's got the towel on the front side. He'll wipe the hands. He'll back up in shotgun formation. Trips to the left. Split out wide right. Condit, right side. He'll drop to throw. It's Quinn Toll. He'll flush out. He'll flush out left side. He'll get a drop-off cut right there. He'll be caught. A well cut, well predicted. I tell you what, the drop-off cut was good. Mahaney gets a first down. You've got probably 12 yards of that after the catch.
Yeah, that's Quinn Toll too. You know, he's going to take what you give him, and he was very, very patient there. Kind of rolled the pocket out to the left and found Isaiah, making himself available, and a good play.
If your lineman will block for you and let you go through your progressions, that is immaculate.
Yeah, like I said, if you let Quinn have that much time, he's going to find somebody open.
So they'll break huddle in unison to the line of scrimmage. Jack Roach is back in the ballgame. He's playing at the left tackle position. Jack Roach, 270 on the scales. Jack Roach, 6'4". Going to hand off. Right side, caught in the backfield. Going to be a loss on the play, and it's going to bring up a long play here, third down for the Blue Devils.
That was defensive tackle Ethan Schwartz, number 23, and again, Nathan Plattner, number 55, outside linebacker on the stop.
I beg your pardon. It's second down 12. That first down catch made by Mahaney gave him a new set of downs. It's second down 12. Ball spotted at the Blue Devil 40-yard line. They'll break huddle. 7:21 clock moving, fourth quarter. 8 seconds on the play clock. They'll get this play off. We believe so. 27-7. Blue Devils going to have to snap it, and they're going to call their timeout. They're going to call their third timeout to preserve the down, but I believe they could have got that off, but they decided to not take the chance.
Maybe they saw something there on the defense that they thought, well, maybe take a different play here, take a different look at it. So they decided to take the time and get the minds together on the sideline, see what we can do next.
So 7:08 on the game clock, 27-7. Blue Devils on offense. Second down 12. Blue Devils used a timeout because the play clock was really low. I think it was at 1 when they called the timeout. But so Blue Devils and the Starfires having a good time here on the first game of the season.
I tell you, there's nothing like the first weekend of football, and both of these teams, I'm sure, we're excited to come here. And one of them, it's a shame that one of them has to go home without a win, but Blue Devils looking good tonight.
So next week, Blue Devils are going to have the Elwood Panthers. It's going to be at Elwood. That'll be a 7 o'clock start next week on the 30th. South Adams are going to be at Belmont, the Braves. So what, Larry, I don't know if you know, but Belmont's just 7 miles from Ohio.
I wasn't aware of that. I know a lot of places in Indiana, but I don't know where that one's. I don't think I've been through that town.
They host a lot of regional competition. The Huskies have been there. I've been to baseball there. I've been to basketball. But after a game, I got another game. I drive over to Ohio, have some pizza, and make some notes. Dropping back to throw. Right side. Quinn Toll, a good ball to the sideline. Caught. It'll go out of bounds. And is that Dallas Capshaw?
Oh, no, Oliver Conway.
Oh, Oliver Conway. He's got the 8. Capshaw's got the 3. These glasses aren't too bad.
Well, he had that big club on his hand there at the Peru, so it's kind of I wasn't expecting to see him in there on offense.
Tell you what, last year we kind of missed Oliver Conway. He was a good holder, defensive back. I didn't play the whole season, but he got most of it in. He's going to line up in shotgun. Quintolla's going to pitch it left. Pitch is behind, true pitch, and he's going to be caught there in the backfield. And I wouldn't have wanted to got pitched that football.
Now, again, Ethan Swartz from his defensive tackle position, number 23, and Dylan Ramirez teaming up.
So timeout on the field. Blue Devil player going to be attended to. 6:49. He's going to check on his lower extremity. Lower left leg. Burke Emmert checking on him. 6:49 on the game clock. It's going to be 4th and 12. Blue Devils going to send out their punting unit when that time is right. But they're checking on him. Blue Devil player. And they're checking him. We won't mention a name until we absolutely know. There's no sense in guessing because it could only be bad for whoever we said it was wrong. So he's going to walk off. He's going to shake that leg. I think he's okay. Calvin Condit. Calvin Condit just wanted to break in the action.
Yeah, he just wanted to talk to his dad there. Dr. Condit does a great job with the team, and he came out there, and he's obviously in good hands with his dad being such a great doctor and orthopedic surgeon.
You're pretty familiar with Dr. Condit. My wife is.
Yeah, I've had a couple joints worked on here lately, a little knee and a shoulder. So
the Blue Devils back to punt. Clock is moving. 6:43. It was moving when the clock was stopped for a player. They're going to get it back to the 32 on the return. Going to get it to the 40, not quite, to the 39 Blue Devils. A host of Blue Devils going to be there to make the stop. And a pretty good effort right there. Sophomore running back, sophomore return man, Will Patterson.
Yeah, that was Cole Hussey on the stop there for the Blue Devils.
Calvin Condit is back in the ball game. He's a linebacker. He plays outside, left side.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. You look at him. He's not tall of stature, but he's put together.
I tell you what, like I said earlier, these guys, you see them with their shirt off, and you say, "My goodness, I didn't look like that."
No, we walked right by the weight room to the lunch line.
That's pretty good, Larry. So shotgun, Starfires. Call the cadence. He's going to drop the throw. We're working left side. You're going to let one go. Down the middle. He's open. He's going to make the catch. He's going to go on in. It's going to be number 8, Caden Neuenschwander. They called the number. It was a skinny post for Neuenschwander. He's going to be attacked right there inside the 5 by his teammates. Evidently, this is something special for the senior, Caden Neuenschwander. Like I said earlier, his mom is the athletic secretary.
Yeah, he's made a nice play there. Looks like a little broken coverage or somebody bit on something they shouldn't have because he was way too open.
They want the Starfires left the bench to go congratulate him. If that happened in an NFL game, it'd be a bad idea. So anyway, shotgun. Going to line up in the spot. The spot is good. The boot is good through the uprights. And credit that kick through the uprights to Jackson Garcia. So it's a 27-14 contest, Larry. 6:21 left. We may see an onside kick.
I would definitely get your hands team in there on this one because the game got real close real quick.
So Blue Devils, Starfires, when you talk about power, so what their power from the sidelines for the guys that are wearing hats and headsets, I don't know how equal they may be.
I don't know at all.
So anyway, they're going to line up. They're going to work from the huddles. They're getting ready for the kickoff. And then Grant Moser exits the huddle. He's to the sideline. And we'll see. They practice onside kicks.
Oh, you'd have to, yeah. That's one thing that you don't overlook when you're getting ready for a season, and is that very thing.
Yeah, how about Mahomes throwing a pass behind the back to Kelsey?
Like you said, you're watching way more football than I am these days, so I didn't see it, but that sounds like something he'd do.
The camera panned off to the second string quarterback. You know who that is for the Chiefs? It's Carson Wentz.
Oh, he's making the rounds, isn't he?
As far as I know, he lives in Zionsville, close to my son. But anyway, they're going to go straight forward. They're going to boot it away. It's going to be Jackson Garcia. 6:21 on the game clock, fourth quarter, 27-14. Blue Devils in front. There's the whistle. Here comes the approach. 9-yard approach. He's going to kick it away. He's going to kick it away. Deep kick. It's going to go to the end zone. It'll bounce in. That's okay. Ball be brought out to the 20, but no return and no harm done.
We'll want to see what the Blue Devils do, but you can't sit on this league. Like I said, Starfire's got new life here, so you got to pick up some first downs and run some clock off here.
So Blue Devils going to take control of the football. Ball's brought out to the 20-yard line after the touchback. Even if you bounce it in, I mean, that was a good touchback by Garcia.
Yeah, that was a pretty well kicked ball. He didn't get much height, but he drove it through it.
He took it away from Mahaney. Mahaney wasn't going to return that. So whistle sounds. Clock is halted at 6:21. Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Clock will start on the snap after a change of possession. Shotgun formation. Quinn Toll, single man in the backfield, believed to be Calvin Condon. He'll get the handoff back. Going to work up the middle. He's going to get a good gain. Calvin Condon near the 30. He won't get a first down. He'd be about a yard shy. And it's going to be 2nd and 1.
It looked like a nice block there by Riley Coleman and a lot of effort by Calvin Condon, which that's what you get every time he gets the ball.
So Blue Devils going to try to run some clock. They're going to try to run some clock, try to stack up some first downs. Blue Devils have no timeouts. They don't really need them. You just wonder when Grant Moser is going to begin to use his.
Yeah, you can't take him with you, so I'm sure he's going to see what happens here pretty quick and maybe use one.
Blue Devils shotgun split, wide right, wide left, tight end is Ridgeway. Ridgeway is going to get a bit of a nudge early start there. It wasn't much, but the lines are Ridgeway. Ridgeway just nudged. Ridgeway going to get called for it, but that line judge was there like a hawk. He couldn't miss it.
I tell you, some of these guys, they I told my team the other day, I said, you never know what kind of refs you're going to get. Some call it kind of loose. Other guys, if you flex a butt cheek, you're going to get called.
That's good. So 5:35 game clock. Clock should be moving. I believe the clock was stopped. Yeah, it should be moving. Yeah, that umpire's moving the clock. And this is a home crowd. I'm telling you what, we're in a neutral setting. So shotgun formation. Play clock's at 17. No reason to snap it quite yet. And that's why he's looking at the play clock. There's one over here at 11 seconds. See if he snaps in about 3 or 4 seconds. 7, 6. There's a snap at 5 seconds. He'll hand off. Left to right. Going to dive it back out. He's going to get a first down. Blue Devils are going to stop the clock there so they can move the chains. First down at the 31. And who's the ball carrier there, Larry?
I think that was Condon again. There was no hole there. He just kind of took it himself. Wherever that ball was supposed to go was blocked up, so he took it the other side.
So clock's inside 5 minutes. Clock is rolling. 4:54 on the game clock. 27-14. Blue Devils in front. We're in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils have the football. Their ball resting at the 31-yard line of Tipton. Shotgun formation, single man in the backfield, slot left, double side in. Going to keep the ball himself. Going to roll her left. He's going to be caught in the backfield. Going to get himself up. That was Quinn Toll. Not a good place to go.
No, they brought the house there. They brought more than we had to block them, and that's going to be a bad play every time.
So evidently timeout called by Grant Moser. That's his first. He's got 2 left. He's got a 13-point deficit. He needs the ball back in a hurry.
And I think they're going to, you're going to see a whole house splits here for the rest of the game. I would suspect for the Starfires.
So timeout. They're utilizing the timeout. Both teams are at their own numbers near their sideline. So back in the day, not too long ago, probably when Dustin Shear was playing high school ball, you could only have one coach in that huddle. You could only have the 11 players that were in the game, and now they almost got half the bench.
You just get everybody out there that might have something to do with it, right?
Might so. I tell you what, Larry, this NFL season going to get started on September the 8th. September the 8th. First game on the Thursday, I think that must be what, the 7th. It's going to be the Ravens and the Chiefs.
That'd be some good football there. Both, the Ravens always known for their defense, and Chiefs with an explosive offense, so that would be a good game.
They're saying Lamar Jackson is about the 5th best quarterback in the NFL.
Well, he definitely can run the ball. I think he still can improve in passing. I'd still have to give that to Mahomes, but yeah, he's a good ball player.
Said Lamar Jackson lost 20 pounds on the offseason. So could be. They're going to line up in a shotgun. Quinn Tulsa in the backfield. He can hand off. You're going to fake the handoff. He'll keep the ball himself. He's going to get a positive gain. He'll get inside the sticks. Ball's going to be spotted at the 33. They're going to call their second timeout. Starfires have got to stop the clock. They got to try to force a punt. If they give up a first down here, the game's probably about over.
I tell you what, it's a lot of time on the clock when they get the ball back here and only down by 13 points. So, it's anything could happen.
So what, the people that made the trip to see this game, they can't say they are disappointed.
Oh, they definitely got their money worth, and I'm glad we've got a good seat up here because it's been a heck of a ball game.
So the ball is resting at the Blue Devils 34-yard line. They're calling it 3rd down and 8. It's not much more than that. 3rd and 8. 4:24 left here in the fourth quarter. Blue Devils have a 27-14 point advantage. Blue Devils, they had 21 at halftime. They got just one touchdown here in the second half, and they're still working on their extra points.
They sure are. And like I said, right now they're going to want to make sure they take every bit of time here on this timeout, let guys catch a little rest and know exactly what they're doing.
So they give them long timeouts these days, Larry. Man, they had the 1-minute clock on us, and they had the stopwatch, and it was accurate.
Yeah, they're being pretty liberal right here tonight.
So they break off the sideline. There's the first whistle. They're pulling them to the ball. Got to get them lined up offensively and defensively. Blue Devils straight to the line of scrimmage. Starfire straight to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 34-yard line of Tipton. 3rd down, 8. Shotgun. Shotgun formation. Single man in the backfield. Wing left, slot right. Calling the cadence. I believe that's Dallas Capshaw. Tell me if I'm wrong. Capshaw, look at a little screenplay. It was tipped by the front line as they converged. Was that Capshaw? Tell me if it was.
I'm not sure, but Landon Spidell was flaring out on the other side, and he was wide open.
So, incomplete pass, and they'll punt the ball out of there. So, incomplete pass stops the clock. 4:19. And I hope my glasses next week are helpful. That's kind of why I ordered a new pair of glasses. I probably needed a new prescription.
For football season, time for that.
Maybe a subscription. But anyway, they're going to drop back to punt. So Blue Devils not using the clock because clock is stopped. 4:19. There's a snap, clock will start. They'll punt it out of there. It's a nice boot. It's going to be taken at the 32 of the Starfires on the return. And again, it's 28, Will Patterson. And he'll get about a 5-yard return. They'll bring it out to the 36-yard line. I tell you what, Will Patterson, he's going to need a whirlpool.
Yeah, he's been putting in work tonight, and that was Cole Hussey again and Slade Springer on the tackle.
So 36-yard line, 1st and 10. 4:09 left. Starfires going to reach back, and we're going to see what Lehman can bring. He threw one first quarter, about 55 yards, barely incomplete.
I think the starting defense is in there, especially defensive backs, because they're not going to give up a big one quick.
So they'll start the clock at the snap. Play clock's at 20. Starfires at the line of scrimmage. They have time. They're going to line up. Split right. So they're going to have one more personnel into the ball game. He had to go inside the numbers or he'd be off limits. They threw a flag. Back in the day, they ran that play in college. That's why they put a rule in. So they're working in. They're going to roll left. Pass play. Nice ball for a right-handed quarterback. Rolling left from Lehman. Catch is made. It's going to be about an 8-yard pass play. You'll get out of bounds. They'll stop the clock at 4:03, Larry, and it's going to be a second down, about 3.
Yeah, a lot of time on the clock, 4:03, and they're going to try to methodically work it down here, work at the sidelines.
So slot, double slot, right side, split left. Split left is Newenschwan, dropping a throw out of the shotgun. Looking to get it away. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll let it go, and it's going to be nearly intercepted. He tried to get rid of it. And a Blue Devil right there trying to make the catch was Oliver Conaway. He almost caught it.
Almost. It definitely, I don't know who you're throwing to, but Oliver was the closest one to it.
Sometimes they say the best play you've got is to throw the ball away and live for another down. Stop the clock.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous throwaway, though.
So they're going to line up. Clock is stopped at 3:57. I believe the Starfires have one timeout remaining. And so there's a flag out there. They're sorting through this flag. They're marking it off. Starfires didn't know about a penalty. They're marking it off against the Starfires. A 5-yard mark off. So it was somewhat of a procedure. They let the play happen. So a good play there. Interception would have been the best play we could have got. Keep the ball. Declined the penalty. Shotgun. Lehman. You're going to roll left. You're going to be caught in the backfield. Lehman is thrown down in a hurry.
Well, Hussey said that name quite a bit tonight, and he came on a blitz right up the middle and broke through, made a nice sack.
3:42, clock moving. Ball's at the 30-yard line. It's going to be second down, 16. So they're calling it 3rd and 16. But it is 3rd and 16. Clock is at 2nd 16. Sticks at 3rd and 16. Slot right, slot left. See him in the backfield. Lehman, shotgun snap. He'll roll left. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll let one go. Nearly a good pass there. I say what, foot for foot. Isaiah Mahaney was like glue on that receiver.
You can't play it any better than Isaiah played it on that one. He was right in the right position and made a great play on the ball.
So clock stopped again at 3:14. And they're going to bring a play in off the sideline. Bringing in that play. He's also the punter. Is Uriel Gutierrez. They're going to line up with 4 receivers. They're going to bring one off the surface. That's Gutierrez. So no call for 12 men in the huddle. No necessary call. Timeout. Final timeout for Grant Moser. And the Starfires, 3:14 left. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're probably getting another 2 or 3 minute timeout.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. And I'm sure the Blue Devils are going to sit back there and prevent and try to play center field on them here and see if we can at least knock one down, take the ball.
So there's some strategy going on. Blue Devils a little bit happier that it's a 13-point deficit. If this was a 6-point game, this would be nerve-wracking.
I'm sure they're glad they got that little penalty too. 4th and 16 is, it takes a lot of plays away from them. So I'm sure a pass play is going to take a little bit of time to develop here. So if the Blue Devils can get a good pass rush, maybe, Hussey break through on another blitz here, maybe they can stop them here and get the ball back.
I tell you what, Newenschwander, that pass play to him, he was wide open. They may go back to that play.
I don't think they'll be able to do that again because like I said, Blue Devils are going to be back there with a safety net looking for the ball.
So they're going to line it up. Blue Devils defensively. Starfires are at the line of scrimmage now. The white hat umpire will let us know. He'll blow the whistle and roll the arm. Clock won't start until the snap. 3:14 left, 4th quarter. Shotgun. Slot left, slot right, dropping straight back. And a roll right, Lehman. You're going to float one in, looking for McKeon, and he found him. Found him on the plus side of the 50-yard line. He dropped it in. And junior quarterback Derek McKeon, that guy is having a game.
It's a nice ball, but again, you can't let that come down. I don't know where they were looking, but you can't let that 4th and 16 get a conversion.
So no timeouts. They're going to have to use the strategy of the ball hitting the surface or getting out of bounds. And you can't get out of bounds digressing. Digressing keeps the clock running. 27-14, shotgun. 4 receivers. He's going to roll left is Lehman. He's going to want to let one go, and he will. Across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. And that ball was intended for, I think, McKeon, but it was well out in front of him. Near the 10-yard line.
He was open though. You know, that ball was threw a poor ball, but he was open.
So ball hits the surface, stops the clock at 3:01. 3:01, fourth quarter. Play clock moving, 21 seconds. Game clock stationary after the incomplete pass. So Grant Moser letting the quarterback, Lehman, that's Titus Lehman, know the play. He's going to jog in. They reset the play clock. They reset the play clock there, and I don't know why. It's stationary at 25 now when it was about at 19 when the play was being called at the sideline. Okay, the umpire went back to start again at 25. It's at 19. But anyway, shotgun formation, Titus Lehman. Slot right, slot left from the right hash. Dropping a throw from the 5-yard shotgun. Looking to get rid of it, he will. It's going to be caught. He'll bring the ball in. Lehman got absolutely smoked after the release. McKeon made the catch, and that was not a first down, but it was close. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. They're hustling the play up now. Get it to the line of scrimmage. 2:40 left. They're calling play from the sideline. Checking the wristbands. Slot right, slot left. Middle of the field where the ball lay. It's at the 37 of Tipton. Dropping the throw is Lehman. Going to roll left, looking to get rid of it. He's going to roll back right. He's going to tuck it away. He's going to run it. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. He'll be pushed out of bounds near the 34. They're going to say 35, so that'll stop the clock at 2:21. It's going to be 2nd down 3.
Yeah, they are definitely let them play now. I saw a couple jerseys getting stretched there, but you know, we'll see what happens on this one.
I was totally wrong. It's 4th down. They're calling it 4th and 2 on the board. Ball spotted at the 35. Entering the ball game is Jack Swanner. He'll line up, split in left side. He's slot formation out there, split right. They're going to pitch it left. They're going to be running play. It's going to be 28, Will Patterson. Patterson has a first down. He'll run out of bounds. So they'll stop the clock at 2:15. And the Starfires have another first down. And they're going to spot it, I think, near the 22-yard line of Tipton.
Well, I'll tell you, Tipton's been fighting that rush, so I'm sure those guys are getting tired. Maybe need to get some fresh guys in there, but we've got to get some pressure right now.
Shotgun, slot left, slot right. They're twins, both sides. Dropping a throw. Pass play, right side, caught. Defense was there like glue. That was Oliver Conaway, and that catch was made by Caden Neuschwander. So they'll bring the ball back. Clock is moving. 2 minutes. 2nd down. They're calling it 5 on the board. Ball's at the 16-yard line of Tipton. Dropping a throw out of shotgun. Pass play. Tipped up. Couldn't be caught. Tipped off the fingertips. Going to stop the clock. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They looked for trying to get that to Jack Swanner. Couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, 3rd and 5 looks like here, and big play right now.
So 27-14, 1:49 on the game clock. Clock stopped after the incompletion. Play clock at 15. Play now comes into the huddle from Titus Lehman. 10 seconds on the play clock. There's no timeouts left. Ball's at the 17-yard line. Right hash. Tipton territory. Starfires driving. Let's drop the throw. Pass play. Right side caught. He'll shake off a would-be tackle. That's Neuschwander. He'll get it to the 11. And they'll stop it right there, and they'll pick up another first down. It's not going to be a 1st and goal, just shy. They can get a first down, actually, at the 1, their final first down, if they want to get that.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good play out there on number 56. Maybe that was 56 of Brady Henderson on that shoestring tackle.
So they're going to line up in the shotgun. 1:34 left. Movement, they're going to say it was on the right tackle of Starfire. That's Blue Devils were pointing that direction, and they're going to be right. So they'll move it back 5 yards. 54, I tell you what, he's entitled. I tell you what, he's nothing like Tariq Glenn. Remember Tariq Glenn?
No, not at all. Yeah,
Tariq Glenn, he blocked for Peyton Manning at every other play. They marked off 10 or 5. Excuse me. But he's in the Hall of Fame, I think, I should say the Star of Fame. He should be. He's a big man. They interviewed him not too long ago. Shotgun formation, single man in the backfield. Slot left, double slot, left side. Dropping the throw is Lehman. Going to roll left, looking to get rid of it. He does. Catch is made at the 7, maybe the 8. Clock is going to move. They're actually going to get a first down. It's going to be first and goal. So I take that back. They can get a first down at the 1. It's not first and goal, my error. Dropping the throw, 1 minute left. Rolling right, pass play. End zone caught. Nice, delicate pass there, and it's Derek McKeon, number 1, and a good way to seal the ball game for McKeon with the touchdown catch.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you, sometimes that prevent defense prevents you from stopping the football. So we'll see what happens here next.
McKeon found a sit-down hole right there, and Lehman found him. So what, they're going to have a good season this year. You know they are. They're going to gear up for Adams Central.
Sure, absolutely.
So they're going to try the point after touchdown. The holder is Jack Swatter. Here comes a set, and Garcia puts it through the end. Going to be a miss. They're going to call that no good. It's a 27-20 contest. 55.1, Larry. Tell me we're going to see an onside kick.
Most definitely you will. If they don't, I don't know what they're thinking. So, like I said, this looked like a ball game that the Blue Devils had well in hand, and I'm sure they're, speaking of hands, they're going to have their hand scheme up there to receive this one.
So they're going to talk it over. Coach Grant Moser sends these guys out there pretty much in a hurry. I mean, he's got the play called. They know what they're going to do. Blue Devils are in their huddle. They're going to talk about their hands team, and we'll see what's going to happen. But their hands team, I tell you what, sometimes they pop it off the surface. It pops up in the air. Once it hits the surface, you can't fair catch it. Is that true?
I believe so. Yeah. Once it's kind of live, then yeah, bet.
So if it's a good kick, a good onside kick, is to get it elevated without hitting the surface and see if the opposition, the guys who are going to catch it, are intelligent enough to signal for a fair catch.
I don't know. We'll see the hands team, I'm sure.
So you think it's going to be a squibbler right at the front line?
I would assume so. Yeah. Or maybe over here, looks like over on the left side, they've got Starfire's got a lot of guys over on that side of the ball. So I think it's going to go to that, to the Blue Devils' right side, Starfire's left side.
He could maybe squib it and try to bump it off of a Tipton player and see if they can get it off the carom. It's going to be interesting. He's still lined up 9 yards deep, Larry. They got 5 members on each side. The ball's in the middle of the field, and Garcia is getting ready to kick the ball. He's waiting for the whistle. 55.1 left, fourth quarter. 27-20. Blue Devils by 7. Here's the boot, and they're going to squib kick left side. Ball's loose, available, and Pemberton points that the Blue Devils have the ball. He'll walk off to the sideline. So the Blue Devils are going to get a chance here to take a kneel down.
Looks like Brady Henderson.
And then
It's got that one. Brady Henderson.
so the ball's resting at the Blue Devil 48-yard line, maybe the 47. They'll bring it into the right hash. And the Blue Devils just going to maybe have to snap it twice. We'll see. But 27-20, Blue Devils have it first and 10 on their own side of the 50, right there near the logo, near the 48-yard line. They're going to line up in a shotgun. So they're going to probably take a kneel down deep, give up 5 yards. And they're going to back up a little further, maybe a 7 or 8 yards. I think he'll step back up. So I think that's Capshaw. He'll call the cadence. He'll call the signal. He'll take a kneel down. He'll kneel down at the 43-yard line. Clock will move. They put it on the 40 seconds, so they'll have to snap it one more time. 43 seconds, clock moving. It's upside down. Clock is 13 seconds above the play clock.
This is no gimme here, too. I mean, anything can happen when you're in the shotgun. So, like I said, I'd kind of like to see him up under center. I don't know if they even practice at the Blue Devils, but let's hope this is a nice, clean one.
There it was, 24 seconds. That would be the last snap of the game. We did talk about Herm Edwards, but it didn't happen here.
No, not at all. So, again, I think they kind of took their foot off the throttle a little bit defensively, but turned into a great football game, and both teams played very well, and a great way to kick off the football season.
Opportunity to play in a nice facility. Both coaches gracious to talk with Put Me in Sports before the game. Quality coaches, even up here in the booth. up here in the booth. We had guys beside us that we weren't even in the same class as these guys. But we'll mention next week, Belmont Braves will host the South Adams Starfires. That'll be a 7 o'clock game. At Belmont, I believe 3A. Starfires still 1A. They're sectional 44. Blue Devils are going to play next week. They'll travel to Elwood. Elwood has the new coach, Sammy Morellis. Sammy Morellis has a son that carried the ball quite well for the Elwood Panthers. Looking forward to speaking with him before the game. And the Blue Devils will be there in Elwood next week at 7 p.m. Put Me in Sports. We'll make some notes. We'll be back. We hope you'll tune in. 6:30, talk to the coaches. Pre-game, then 7 o'clock ball game. Larry, I tell you what, for first game of the season, you are right on time. Probably because you're a middle school football coach.
Yeah, my mind's a little scattered these days, but it was a fun way to kick it off, AJ, and looking forward to next week.
Sounds good. I think my wife back home, I tell you what, she's always good. Monitors the game. Lined us up with the halftime speak, I guess, for the support sponsors. And we're thankful for Mr. Rob Kendall of Audio Sports Online taking overtime to get us on the air tonight. We hope he'll be back to normal next week, but regardless, he'll be there for us. We appreciate you being here, and we'll mention, no matter if you're home or away or playing a neutral game, if you're home or away, if you're just thinking about the ball game, if you're teaching or you're learning, you got to always keep the fire burning. We enjoy talking about all. You guys did this. Be better than turn on that. You think so? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good luck, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's